Hello, hello. Play-by-play here. Play-by-play talking. Continuing to talk will be play-by-play. Okay, how are the levels? Play-by-play here. No sign of our host and analyst just yet. Bring that down just a smidgen. Here we go. See how try this on for size. How's this hat fit? Does it fit like a glove? Just a little bit lower. I turn it down. Probably going to be yelling and screaming a lot at the Lakers. We'll see how they respond. Okay, here's color.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
Damn. We are how you are. All right, I'm muting myself. Already did. All right, here's host. All the perch mics are unmuted now.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold these 2 buttons down. 1, 2. That's not my mic? Which one? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is my mic? Mic 5, okay. Mic 6?
That's mine.
Mic 6 is not yours.
Are you sure? This is 1. This is host 1, 2.
Alright, Pete.
That's how we tested a pregame. This was analyst 1, this was analyst 2.
Pete, ask Jake, is Mike 6 for Frosty? They have no idea.
Tell them, do they know with the color tape coordination?
Alright.
No, I know I tested this one pregame. I know I did.
Okay. Okay, but listen, Jake, like, Pete, just let Jake know the order is not even set at all. Like, no one knows the order on the table. No one told anyone about the order.
I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be like this. Didn't you test this one with this colored tape?
I think so. We didn't test anything.
We did. We tested before.
You weren't here. So
All three of them.
Well, I'm telling you, I know I was 6.
What is this?
And I know this one was 1.
This one? Okay. Wait, can you hear me?
No.
Okay, sounds good.
Now it's right. 5. Think about the audio board. 5 sideline, then 6, 7, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Testing this mic, see if this is mine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Huh? Nothing. What about now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, you're gonna have to ask somebody in the test box to unmute.
Yeah, camera 2's got to do it. This is why we tested it beforehand.
Extremely sure they are all unmuted. I just unmuted
1, 2,
sideline
3,
to be
4,
safe.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This is mic 6. Mic 6. Mic 6. Can you hear me?
I brought it. I brought that down.
4,
Mic
5,
6.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I have that as analyst 2, so that's not the host.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Mic 5, that's mic 5.
All right, Brian Krosky testing mic 5, the sideline reporter mic. Just walking Justin Penman coming over here. Wanted making sure that this microphone is working. They have to unmute. Mic number 5 in the press box. Should be good. Do I have to keep talking? Mother.
I'm doing it.
All right, Brian Krosky testing microphone number 5, the sideline reporter mic. I'll be standing with Justin Penman most of the night. Testing mic 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We tested this pregame. I don't know what else I have to keep saying. We did this. Keep talking.
It's
All right,
really
1, 2,
down.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Unless
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm good. Okay, good.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Hi, my name is Owen Gallagher here reporting for the Oswego State Lakers against Ferdonia Blue Devils. We're going to be analysts, me and Nathan Moser, and alongside Leaf Kareem, who's the host.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is Nathan Moser right now, talking right now. Hope everything's going good with the mics.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Welcome to the SUNYAC semifinal matchup between the Oswego State Lakers and the Fredonia Blue Devils. I am Leaf Kareem here, joined alongside Owen Gallagher, Nate Mosher. Guys, thank you for joining us for the pregame report. This pregame report was brought to you by Res Life. Make sure you apply for housing before March 1st. We're running out of time here. We only got a few more days before March. Boys, can you believe it?
Unbelievable, but it's playoff hockey time, and that's the best time of the year.
Absolutely. It seems like this semester is absolutely flying by. We're going to be in the spring months before you know it. The groundhog wasn't too far off.
Absolutely. A lot of activity going on early on in the SUNYAC. The SUNYAC itself, the bracket where we have right now, has been very interesting. Let's take a look at how we've exactly come to this point. Owen, I'm going to start with you. Plattsburgh was beaten out by Fredonia. Fredonia, now they have a chance to come here, and you see the scoreboard here. Break down Plattsburgh and Fredonia for me, Owen.
Well, I mean, you look at the matchup, Plattsburgh against Fredonia. Plattsburgh has had an underwhelming regular season, just battling in the middle of the SUNYAC. And, I mean, their first-round exit kind of summed up how the season went. It's something the Cardinals are not used to. They've had success in the regular season and postseason, as we saw them as SUNYAC champs just last year here on Oswego's home ice. But again, they played well against Oswego, and it just looked like it was a reality check at the end of the year. They just didn't have that great of a season. It kind of was summed up that night against Fredonia.
Right. And for Moser, before we go into Plattsburgh more in depth later in the show, I want you to break down Buff State. They were favored and they got it done against Potsdam, but the game did feel a lot closer than it should have, I think.
Yeah, I think it was pretty close in almost every aspect. There were a total of 11 penalties, 6 by the one team, 5 by the other. It was like almost a even split when it came to penalties. So it was a scrappy affair. And when it's in division and playoffs like that, it's a whole nother level. At the same time, Potsdam took advantage of the power play. They did have 2 power play goals, and Dylan Vander Esch was a big name and helping lead them to the victory for Buffalo State.
Definitely. Well, now that the regular season is over, that does mean all conference awards have been gifted. Excuse me, as we had a puck fly at one of our light kits here. Almost took down a light, but let's move on to what exactly happened with the all-conference or another. First team, second team, and third team were all declared. One interesting note was David Richet did not make the first team, but here's who we have from the Lakers making the teams. Break it down for me, boys, just real quick.
Yeah, right off the bat, you got Josh Zizek right there. Tremendous player, first liner, along with Mitchell Hurley, the first line of the Lakers. Of course, being first team all-SUNYAC, you wouldn't expect anything less from the #1 team in the SUNYAC.
Yeah, and at the same time, you look at David Richet, was on the second team, played out of his mind this year, stepped up. You got Michael Gillespie and Max Novik, who were both on the third team. A little bit of underrated players, not the top, guys when you think of this Oswego team, but still had an impact and deserved just to be on this team, nonetheless.
Right, and before we send it over to our sideline broadcast, here's the puck that almost hit us here at the perch. So a lot of what these guys are doing here and everyone's doing there's some danger involved, but let's toss it over to our sideline reporter, Brian Krosky. Brian, I hope you're not in equal danger because of these pucks. Brian, how is it looking for Richet?
All right, thanks, guys. Yeah, a lot to talk about with the all-conference awards. Bit of a head-scratcher. SUNYAC had to explain themselves this week. Ian Silva, the senior netminder out of Buffalo State, got first-team all-conference when everyone expected David Richey from Oswego to get first conference. Ian Silva has had a great season, but despite the fact that David Richey had better goals against average, win percentage, and save percentage, along with the fact that he went 2-0 against Silva, really left some people scratching their heads. Even Coach Gosick said he really wanted first team for Richey and felt that he deserved it, including that he was the goalie for the #1 team in the conference. But he said nonetheless he was proud that Richey, in his first season in Oswego after having to sit out last year, got the second team all-conference bid. That's all for now. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Krosky, for that analysis. Now, again, just like Krosky mentioned, there are plenty of good reasons as to why Richey should have gotten exactly the first team. But nevertheless, Richey, a strong goalie. Guys, moving forward, especially for tonight's game, we actually do have highlights for the last time for this year. But again, before those highlights, not just one puck, but two pucks coming at us. It's a bit of a danger zone here, but let's talk about the last time Fredonia did come over. This was actually last year in 2017. That game, Brian Krosky did have the pleasure of calling it a 5-3 affair. What a game that was.
Oh, tremendous contest between both teams. Early on in the season, you had no idea really that it would come down to these two in the second round of the SUNYAC playoffs, especially with them Fredonia playing Plattsburgh in the first round.
Right.
And that game specifically showed how Oswego, as you look at the most recent games these two teams played, and that game at home last time they were here, Oswego just didn't give up on the play. They were down 3-1 with like 9 minutes left in the game, came back and ended up winning that game. And obviously you see the 5-0 affair. Absolute domination by the Lakers in that contest.
Yeah, you mentioned the 5-0 second game. That game was started by David Richey. At the beginning of the season, they were still going back and forth between Richey and Hansen, trying to figure out who was going to step up after Jacobson left the team. And Cedric Hansen didn't have that impressive of a game after that 5-3 first contest, and then you see Richey comes in, closes the door on the net, and it's 5-0.
Absolutely. We'll take a look at those highlights later, but let's also focus on the previous two immediate matchups that Fredonia had. One was the win against Morrisville, 6-2, and then, of course, the win that led them here, the 4-3 victory against Plattsburgh. Now, those two victories for Fredonia, very well earned. Fredonia putting up a lot of goals, but they're also giving up a lot. Owen, do you think it's going to come back to bite them?
I think it will, yep. I mean, they've had some struggles at the goaltender position. Eric Bogart, I mean, he was a third-team All-SUNYAC last year as a sophomore. Junior season just has hit a slump. But as you can see there, still putting up a lot of high offensive numbers, which might be able to help them out as far as bailing out their defensive end.
Yeah, but at the same time, you can't always rely on the offense here. If the offense struggles, they're done. I mean, this is playoffs. This is winner stays, loser goes home. If their offense isn't in check, you got to rely on that goaltending to keep the other team off the board. And if they can rely on the goaltending, that could be the difference in whether they win or lose.
Absolutely. Well, speaking of opposition that they're going to face, let's take a look at their opposition today, Oswego. Their immediate last two matchups didn't exactly go to plan. Shutouts for the Lakers as they lose both games 1-0. Owen, what happened?
It's tough. The biggest weekend of all of Oswego hockey. Everybody looks forward to the whiteout weekend. Potsdam and Plattsburgh at home, and you put up some good offensive numbers. It's just poor shot quality. You got a lot of quantity, but just not the quality that you're looking for.
And the big thing that stands out for me, you look at the stats right there: 0 for 6 on the power play against Potsdam and 0 for 5 against Plattsburgh. That's 0 for 11. What happened? This was a really great power play, and now they've been struggling so badly. If you're going to win this game, no doubt the other team's going to take penalties, especially in playoff. You got to capitalize on that.
Yep.
All right, well, we're going to take a look at exactly what's going to happen moving forward. We're going to have more breakdowns for you coming up after this short break. Stay tuned. You're watching WTOP 10's coverage of the SUNYAC semifinal between the Lakers and the Blue Devils.
No, you're Deborah Stan.
Oh, right.
SUNY president.
You're Al Roker.
I'm Al Roker, and you're watching WTOP 10 TV. Local news, local weather, local college presidents.
Na, 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 na. Are we there yet?
Yep. We're here.
It's a short drive from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat?
1 in 5 children struggles with hunger in America. Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
SUNYAC semifinal between the Oswego State Lakers and the Ferdonia Blue Devils. Mind you, this pregame report is brought to you by Res Life. Don't forget, make sure to apply for housing before March 1st. Again, March looming very close, not even 5 days away. But back to the pregame show itself, guys. Joined back here now. Whiteout weekend, the biggest weekend for the Lakers, just passed, but a lot of things went wrong. But a couple things did look okay. Guys, break down for me what went wrong to start off.
Well, what went wrong is the team never showed up for this weekend. You were missing one key aspect of your game in Aaron Huffnagel, a second-line forward who really creates a lot of offense for that second line. He was out with a shoulder injury, so that's a big blow. But you struggle against Potsdam. You don't even score 1 goal. You lose 1-0. You got to start making adjustments going into the second game. There are certain things that you can work on, not so much as when it comes to like the physical aspect of your game, but certain strategies that you can work on. And apparently, Gosick and the crew just didn't seem to get it done for the game against Plattsburgh.
And Oswego had chances. I mean, it seemed like there were, when you look back at all the chances of both of these games, not just Plattsburgh, it just seemed like the puck was going everywhere but in the net. And, they couldn't finish on the chances. The power play needs improvement because that was a big reason why I think they didn't end up, getting those chances and winning the game.
Definitely. Now, for Fredonia for tonight, so just really quickly, guys, what do we expect to see from them? Because they are on a winning streak. So just real quick for me, break down what do we think is going to happen for them?
Yeah, I mean, you're running into another hot goaltender. Oswego seems to struggle with some of these backups who are getting the starting spot against them, and so that's something to look forward to. It might be a physical game. Oswego's just got to be able to keep their cool, not take too many unnecessary penalties because that'll get them into trouble. And like you said, just capitalizing on the power play opportunities.
I don't think Oswego's going to have to really be as worried as much as the previous weekend. I think there's always a little intimidation with the whiteout weekend, but at the same time, Gosick had a week with his players. Players can cool down. They have them relax and stuff. Utilize guys like Zyzek on the power play. I think if you do that, because Zyzek's been on a tear the whole year, you do that, I don't think you'll really have to worry, about this. This isn't Plattsburgh or Potsdam. This is Fredonia, and you beat them twice this year. So.
Right, and you know what? They might not have a lot to worry about, but keep in mind this is also playoff hockey, so a lot can happen. But let's take a look at exactly what happened the last time Fredonia came here in 2017. That game, we had mentioned before, ended in 5-3. So we're going to start from the first period. Cameron Berry from Molinaro in front of the net, off a backhand for the rebound. You're going to see on the replay here now, Mosier, what's good?
Yeah, you see pass right goes to Berry, cross crease, and he's able to just tap that home on the backhand.
Definitely, and then the next player to score is from Fredonia, Wilbur. Sam Wilbur with pressure on Hansen ties up the game now on the power play. Oswego's penalty kill not working there, but immediately Freeman, a shot from the point. It was deemed at first a deflection, but then the goal was credited to Freeman. Fredonia now leads 2-1, and then Polachek coming right back. It looked a lot of trouble for Oswego early on with 2 power play goals back-to-back. But then the Lakers will start their mount to make the comeback. Spink with a great goal from Huffnagel, finding Spink on the other side with the rebound. Owen, your guy.
That's another one. Huffnagel again passes across the spin, and you just got to stick with this. Initial shots stop, and that's something that we haven't seen this past weekend, is they didn't stick with the rebounds.
Not at all, but then the Lakers, this is where you see they tie up the game on the power play. Just a minute and a half later, Huffnagel getting his own goal off the rebound. Again, a lot of pressure from Bogart. And then less than a minute later from that, another power play goal for the Lakers. Zizek finding a feed from Molinaro in front of the net, and you're going to see on the replay just from down low, Zizek collecting it and then pressing it past Bogart, and then Zizek will get his second of the night. This is where he leads himself to be the team's highest scorer after this one, getting a lot of goals early on. And then, you know, the empty netter, a sweet way to end the game. 5-3 Woodhull for the final score. Again, a lot of good things have happened in those games, but outside of just us talking about it, we have two other guys waiting for us at the press box. Excuse me, Ryan Berger and Amanda Zampano. They have the call later on. Now, guys, at the press box, what do you guys think is going to happen for this game? What are some things that both teams need to do?
Thanks, Alif, and boy, we hope you guys are staying safe over there, not caught in the crossfire. We know that HD upgrade, we said the pucks were going to be jumping off the screen, but that's not really what we had in mind. Ryan Berger here alongside Amanda Zampano here in the Steve Levy press box. Oswego, the #1 seed SUNYAC semifinal match coming up against the Fredonia Blue Devils, but Oswego not playing like the #1 seed as of late, shut out back-to-back days against Potsdam and Plattsburgh.
Yeah, Oswego definitely struggling last weekend when they saw Potsdam and Plattsburgh, so it could be anybody's game tonight when Fredonia plays Oswego. So let's take a look at the keys to the game. We'll start off with the keys for Fredonia. Their first key is they need to shoot the puck. They've lost to Oswego both times they played this year, so if they keep shooting the puck, they need to get those goals, and that's how they're going to do it. They also need to stay out of the box. Oswego came back against them the last time they played here on converting the power play, so they need to not get those penalties and stay out of the box if they want to win this game. They also need to be confident because they didn't get here easily. They beat Plattsburgh 4-3, and Oswego had so much trouble playing them last weekend, so they were able to beat Plattsburgh, so they can definitely compete with Oswego tonight. Now let's take a look at Oswego's keys. They need to have smarter shots. They were really struggling last weekend, and they just weren't having smart shots. So if they can get those smarter shots, they'll be okay tonight. They also need to stay focused. They beat Fredonia twice this year, so they can't get in their head that they have this game because Fredonia, again, did beat Plattsburgh, so this game is definitely going to be a competitive one. They also need to convert on the power play because that's how they beat Fredonia last time they were here. 2 power play goals, and if they can do that tonight, then they'll be in great shape.
Oswego looking to wake up that offense. 14 days without a goal. We're going to find out if Oswego can wake up that sleeping giant. Keep it right here locked on WTOP 10 Sports.
The second I got on the campus, I knew Oswego was the place to go.
There's a place for everybody at Oswego.
This school just opens the world to you. Have the opportunity to explore and to learn so many different things, not only about yourself, but the people around you and the world.
It definitely is about the student. I felt it to be very about me. Now that I'm here, I can't imagine myself anywhere else.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
What up, it's your man Flo Rida, and right now you got it locked to WTOP.
thank you. Welcome back to WTOP10's coverage of the SUNYAC semifinal between the Fredonia Blue Devils and the Oswego State Lakers. Mind you, this pregame report was brought to you by Res Life. Now, don't forget, people, make sure to apply for housing before March 1st. That date is going to come up. Just sneak up behind you within a matter of days, 5 days to be exact, boys. Yep. We've talked a lot about both teams. Let's go into specifics. For Fredonia themselves, we have their lineups now. Owen, I'm going to come to you first. What's the line that sticks out to you the most?
Oh, top line for sure. Sets the tone of the game early and often. Jacob Haynes, Sam Wilbur. That's the man actually I'm going to be looking forward to watching tonight. Sam Wilbur leads the teams in goals and assists alongside Jimmy Morgan as well. If those guys can set the tone early and often, as well as they'll be seeing most likely the most ice time, if they can set the tone, then this could be a completely different ballgame than what we're expecting.
Mosier.
I got the second line because with every good first line, there's always got to be a solid second line behind it if you want to go far in the playoffs. You have Victor Tracy, for example. He's second in scoring on the team. He's a freshman. You have DeFelice and Dunner. Dunner got the game winner against Plattsburgh the other day, unassisted. So look for that solid line to help the top line go forward if they're going to win this game.
Oh, definitely. You know, both these lines deadly in their own way. You mentioned Ryan Dunner getting the winner against Plattsburgh State Cardinals, something that the Lakers couldn't get done, but let's talk about their lineups now. For you guys, what's going to stick out for the Lakers side? Moshe, I'm going to start with you. Oh, and I've come to you a lot, but I'm going to start with you, Moshe. What's good from the Lakers?
Well, I think for the Lakers, I'm going to have to go with the top line. You know, it's always the
good old reliable.
All reliable, exactly. You got Josh Zizek, leads the team in scoring. Is a power play machine. He can help get this power play going. You got Captain Mitch Herlihy, a leadership not only offensively but in the locker room. And you got Michael Gillespie. This line they've kept together for a long time, and this line especially, you're going to get offense. It's going to be from this line.
And for my line, I mean, I'd say the second line with Huffnagel being back in the lineup, but honestly the fourth line's got a couple interesting matchups. You got Joey Scorpio, who really hasn't had too much input on the offensive end, but you never know if he might get a goal tonight. We'll see. And then AJ DeRazio, of course, and Tyson Bruce filling in on that fourth line. He might have an interesting game. Again, jumping in during this playoff hockey, could be interesting to see what happens.
It's definitely going to be interesting. You know, a lot of different matchups. I didn't expect Coach Gosek to mix it up quite so much, but a lot can happen. But we have more input from our sideline reporter, Brian Krosky. Brian, I'm sure you have a lot of input about what's going on with the Lakers, but especially with just recent history. What happened for the Lakers this past shutout?
Yeah, guys, you mentioned it. It has been the talk of the town that Oswego got shut out in back-to-back games. They got shut out twice. The last time they got shut out twice was in their previous 124 games. We talked to Coach Gosek this week, and he said in his 28 years, he has never seen anything like that, getting shut out twice. We went back to the record books all the way back to 1986. Did not happen. How are they going to change it up? They took out their entire third line of Cameron Barry, Joey Molinaro, and Thomas Horn, put in some new guys like Tyson Bruce. That's all I got. We'll see you later. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you for that. Now, guys, we've talked a lot about the line specifically. Let's go with individual players. Owen, I know you mentioned earlier his name, but who's your Fredonia player to watch?
Forward Sam Wilbur is going to be my player to watch. Last year he was third team All-SUNYAC. He's leading the team in points with 11 goals and 16 assists. In the first game against Oswego, Wilbur had 1 goal and 2 assists, and 4 points in the last 4 games. Was kept quiet against Plattsburgh. It was the second line that did most of the damage for Fredonia. But in order to have success in advance, they got this guy, and he has to step up.
Well, I got Victor Tracy as my player to watch. Wilbur, you mentioned, is your player to watch. He's going to be a senior, so after he leaves, someone's got to pass the torch along. He's got to pass the torch to someone. Victor Tracy, 25 games, had 8 goals, 9 assists, 17 points. That's 10 behind Wilbur. Yep. And he's expected to carry the load going forward if he's the Blue Devils, if they're going to get some offensive production going forward once the Wilbur leaves.
Right, definitely. Both players excellent in what they do. They've carried the Fredonia team to this point, but they have to get it done against the Lakers. Oh, and I'm going to come back to you. For the Lakers, who's your man to watch?
Easily, Aaron Huffnagel returns after missing the last 2 games. He's going to be their key to success in today's game. Arguably the most skilled player on the team. Elite passer, always looking to create opportunities for his teammates. He had 2 points in the 5-3 win over Fredonia earlier this year, and I look for him to keep that up going into this game.
Well, I got Josh Zizek. And the reason why I know he's like the go-to pick, but 4 goals, 2 assists in previous 2 games against Fredonia. He's up 17 points in 25 games overall, including 3 points in his last 4. He's got 10 multi-point games, and with the power play roles, he's one of the guys to look forward to in order to score.
All right, so the players are lining up, so we're going to go really quickly on this. Your predictions for the game. Owen, I'm going to start with you. Who's coming out with the win?
I'm going to have to go with Fredonia on this one. I like the Blue Devils the way that they're playing. I'm going Fredonia, 3-2.
Oh, you got to go with the Oswego Lakers here. They're the top team right now. I got 4-2 Lakers.
All right, well, I'm going to go with a score of 4-3 for the Lakers. This is going to be an interesting matchup. Let's take a look at the brackets. What's going to happen with the brackets now? I have Geneseo going all the way, and Owen, I think you shared that too as well. But Moshe, who do you have?
Oh, going all the way? I got Oswego, man. I got Oswego beating Geneseo because at the end of the day, I think Oswego, you know, they're just the best team in this. And they've struggled a little bit, but I think at the end of the day, they're going to beat Geneseo in this. They did it. They're here before, and they're going to do it again.
Definitely. And Owen, is there a reason why you picked Geneseo?
I think Geneseo just because I'm picking Fredonia tonight, and I don't think Fredonia can muster up enough talent to get 2 consecutive wins over Oswego and then Geneseo again. And I think with Oswego, this might be a letdown game. So we'll see what happens, though.
We'll definitely see it. Well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us for this pregame coverage. Stay tuned after break. Ryan Berger and Amanda Zampano have the call.
Looking forward to seeing Tallow this weekend.
Me too, I can't wait.
Me either.
I wouldn't see that one if I were you.
Why not?
The CGI sucks.
Holy script.
Very long and boring.
Cringeworthy acting.
Too many cliches. Shall we go on? I recommend that adventure one, Trail of Knowledge.
Oh, I love that one. It's so good. It really is. Might win Best Picture.
Yeah, we'll go see that.
All right, thanks, guys.
Hey, how's it going? Hey Josh, I was just calling to let you know that you should watch my new OP on WTOP 10 at 10 on Tuesdays. It's called Excuse Me What. You should watch it. Excuse me what? Excuse me what? Wait, excuse me what? Excuse me what? Excuse me what? No one understands me.
No mistake on the back end, goes 5 home. And he scores! Right in front for Isaac, he scores!
Hockey Night in Oswego starts now.
Welcome back to WTOP 10 Sports presentation of the SUNYAC semifinals. Oswego taking on the Blue Devils of Fredonia. Ryan Berger here, joined alongside by Amanda Zampano. Let's start with our goalie matchup. Anton Rosen for Fredonia in night, protecting the cage for the Blue Devils. And also David Riche, who was outstanding, though he left Whiteout Weekend with an 0-2 record, as we're going to get things started off very quickly. Early face-off here, getting right to it. Maybe that'll jumpstart the Lakers. Hurley gets it into the zone, and Gillespie has it near the red line. Zizek fighting for it. Hurley comes away with it, and he'll send it back up to the point for Campbell. Campbell tried to get it to Zizek down low, but missed him.
Lakers very aggressive early on.
Hurley dragged down by his defender. Looked like that was number 9, Oscar Gerhardsen. And already Blue Devils in business quickly. Wilbur, who's the leading point scorer for this team so far. He has been very active, especially during the 2 matchups versus Oswego. Tyler Curry deflected it up and ricocheted off the boards, and now puck inside for Riche, almost poked it away, and now Campbell clears it. Here's Huffnagel. Huffnagel back into lineup, quickly gets it up to Emerson, and now Spink. Spink along the boards, fired it, but can't connect with anybody who was coming across the face-off circles. Spink playing good defense and sent along the boards by Spugnardi. Huffnagel gets it back.
Lakers really got to be there for each other. That pass by Spink was perfect, but no one was there to finish that.
Lakers over 2 hours of ice time without a goal. Neither Potsdam nor Plattsburgh could they get the monkey off their back. Just a lid on the net. And so far, Oswego not having a lot of cohesion on offense thus far. Here's DeRocher keeping it away from the Blue Devils, and here he is weaving his way through traffic. DeRocher trying to go coast to coast, almost a lucky bounce and got it past Rosen. Here's Dunner, scored the game winner versus Plattsburgh to send the Blue Devils to Oswego. Riche, pad save, blocked away. Curry trying to poke it away, chance in front of the net, stopped by Riche. Here's DeRocher once again. DeRocher active, DeRocher got lifted along the boards. No call, and here's a nice play by Novik. Novik inside, couldn't connect with Scorpio. And now across the ice, here's Dunner. Dunner took a shot on Riche, deflected away. And now Lakers take it away. Here comes Joey Scorpio, a 3-on-2 chance. Waits, fires, and it'll end up in the crowd.
Both teams coming out hot offensively here. You can tell both teams want the puck. Both a little excited there. I think both teams need to get a little more comfortable with what's going on in the game, but looking good for both teams right here. They both want the puck, and they've been shooting that puck.
Here's the replay of the almost wraparound chance pass right in front of Riche, but denied. He was outstanding on Whiteout Weekend, but like we said, was not able to come away with a win. Hurt his win percentage just a little bit, still second in the country. Phenomenal season for Riche, second team All-SUNYAC. Left some of us scratching our heads here in the Marano Campus Center as a puck is sent out of bounds.
And as Ryan mentioned earlier, Lakers have not scored in a while, so they're definitely going to come out hot. They really want to score first in this game to get that confidence up, because if they get behind Fredonia, they're not going to be confident going further on to the game.
Zizek on for the faceoff, and it's won by the Lakers. Curry, though, nice defense by Haynes to separate him from the puck as Campbell has to retreat to the Lakers zone. Campbell boarded against the wall, but still makes it up to Zizek. Couldn't get it across to the faceoff circle crease to Hurley, and now Gillespie fighting for it. Hurley picks up the trash. Hurley lost it momentarily. Still no clear possession, but now here's Curry. Curry sends one on net and just past Rosen. Hurley keeping it into the Blue Devil zone. Here's Zizek behind the red line. Zizek lost it. Nice poke check away by the Blue Devils. Here's Curry stealing it in neutral ice and then flips it out to Campbell. Campbell lost the puck, and Fredonia will chip it into the zone for a line change. Curry, puck levitated along the glass, kept in play, and now taken away by Fredonia. Emerson fighting for it. 3-on-2 right now along the boards as it squirts out. Ryder couldn't get to it. Campbell been very active on defense so far, and Hurley has it behind the red line. A bounce pass. Oh, up there to Spink. Spink by the logo will chip it into the zone, and the Lakers change. Spink and Emerson fighting for it. Spink comes away with it. Spink for his first career goal for the Lakers against Fredonia. That lighted the lamp and initiated that comeback for the Lakers. Best game in the Murano Campus Center. Puck on the back of the net now, and they're going to blow it dead. And already some chippiness. Lakers got into some very physical matchups with Potsdam and Plattsburgh, and that's kind of the game that Oswego wants to play.
It'll be interesting to see. The game is already so physical, and the physicality spirals out of control, because that's what happened to Fredonia when they came here last year, and they do not want that to happen, because Oswego will convert on the power play if they repeat history.
Fredonia with a 2-0 shot advantage so far as Hufnagel very alertly picks up the faceoff, and now looking for the wraparound chance, denied, taken away by Gerhardsen. Here's Dunner. Dunner across the blue line, tried to get the relay pass, but it's intercepted by Pelnick. Gerhardsen, slapper on net, and Riche deflected it away. Gerhardsen with it once again, almost got his pocket picked. Ferreira coming on for defense. Tracy lost it and now flipped alongside. They're not going to blow it dead. Touched the net, it looked like. Here's Ferreira charging for it against Dunn. Flipped up to Herlihy. Sorry, that's Hufnagel. Emerson, a Laker got crushed along the boards. Here's Hufnagel dangling his way inside, and a nice save by Rosen. They're going to blow this dead. Looks like a stick and call, yes, and Oswego is going to go onto the power play. And with that, we're going to toss it to our sideline reporter, Brian Krosky. Brian, what do you have for us?
All right, yeah, thanks, guys. Fredonia enters tonight's game 63rd in the nation in penalty kill at only 78.4%. Oswego has been dominating them so far this year, 5 for 11. But Oswego is 0 for 16 on their last 16 power play opportunities. And also, watch out for Fredonia, 7 shorthanded goals, 6 in the country. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Brian. So yes, Fredonia, those 7 shorthanded goals. Oswego doesn't have any. Tic-tac-toe and pass to Zizek. Nice defense by the Blue Devils. Here's Novik. One-timer for Gillespie. Into the crease of Rosen. Zizek deflects it away. Emerson got it to Zizek. Zizek, Hurley couldn't get to on the other end of that pass. Here's Novik. Novik to Gillespie. Couldn't stop it cleanly. Here's Novik again to Hurley. Hurley behind to Emerson. Emerson stops and gives it back to Hurley near the face-off circle. Novik, Gillespie, one-timer, wrister inside, and pad save. 3 Lakers, no one fighting for it. Some friendly fire there. Hurley to Novik. Inside, wrister inside, and Rosen gloves it.
Rosen doing a great job there, keeping the puck out of the net, getting fired on by shots from Oswego.
The power play has been a bugaboo for the Lakers. You remember a 5-minute major or a power play where the Lakers had a 2-man advantage against Plattsburgh and they weren't able to capitalize on either. That special teams units for the Lakers has just been absent so far. So you have a feeling that the lid is going to come off in a big way soon, and Lakers are moving the puck very well so far. Emerson gets it out to Hurley, and now back at the blue line is Novik. Novik swooping in. Here's Hurley. Hurley surveys wrister, and puck goes out of play.
And looking at who might score on the Lakers, Josh Zizek has had 4 goals between the 2 times that they played Fredonia. And he's already had a ton of shots, so it'll be interesting to see if he does notch the first goal for the Lakers. He's also leading the team with 31 points.
Fredonia 78% on the penalty kill, but again, those 7 shorthanded goals, they like to play the aggressor, though so far it's been pretty much all Oswego in the zone, and Rosen got his glove on it, a little bit too much pushing and shoving on the crease, and they blow it dead. 45 seconds left on the power play for the Lakers.
The Lakers doing a great job so far controlling the puck on that power play, because if Fredonia gets the puck, they might get a shorthanded goal.
Zizek on for the face-off. Another win by the Lakers. Emerson couldn't get to it. Nice poke check, and here's Novik once again. Novik to Gillespie. Wanted the one-timer, but couldn't catch it cleanly. Bounce off the skate of Novik. Novik, wrister inside. Puck levitates, glove down by Zizek. Hurley to Novick. Novick, one-timer for Gillespie. Missed the cage. A rocket off the stick of Gillespie. Novick will take a one-timer. Puck hovers. Nice job of clogging the crease by the Blue Devils so far. 15 seconds left on the power play. Novick wrister inside and hit the student section glass. Novick leaves it off for Gillespie. Gillespie weaves his way inside, hit the post. Gillespie getting all kinds of shots over this 3-game stint, but he's just not been able to find the back of the net. That time finds post.
The Lakers like to work the puck around that zone. They have a man on the crease, but it'd be interesting if they try to switch that up a little bit, have some players skating back and forth quickly, because that will get the goalie off guard.
Power play unit off for the Lakers as the power play expires. Finally, here's that third line for the Lakers. The Lakers have had a couple shake-ups, rather. Cameron Berry and Joey Molinaro not suited up for the green and gold today. And so we're going to get a look at Tyson Bruce and Joey Scorpio, both of which were inactive versus Plattsburgh. Dunn wins a foot race versus Campbell, but didn't get a stick on it cleanly enough, and DeRocher takes it away. Campbell, so good so far. Sullivan off the back of his skate, couldn't locate the puck. Riche decides not to put a glove on it so the Lakers can go out ahead. Here's DeRocher, bounce pass up to Ferreira. Ferreira loses the foot race and taken away by Freeman. Ferreira, physical, getting it away from Freeman. It's a 1-on-5 chance. Ferreira alone, and now here comes Scorpio for reinforcements. D'Orazio took out the ref. Pucks go flying, Zebras on the ground, and Blue Devils losing their sticks. No penalty as Macmillan, as the puck squirts out. D'Orazio lost that, now here's Scorpio. Scorpio boarded against the wall, stiff-armed there by the Blue Devil defense. Spugnardi will just send it around the boards, and Oswego managed to keep it inside the offensive zone. Scorpio swoops in, and Macmillan will charge for it. Macmillan just taps it back to Scorpio, who gets separated from it. Macmillan one-timer, and no one can look at the puck. Rosen dives for it, doesn't come up with it, and Pelnick couldn't get a stick down to keep it in the zone. Lakers go all the way back, and the Blue Devils line change. And here we get an icing.
A great job by the Blue Devil defense right there. Rosen couldn't see the puck. A lot of people lost track of the puck, but they were able to find it and get it out of that zone.
So again, no Cameron Berry, no Molinaro. That's almost 4 goals against Fredonia that they've scored this year that aren't going to be on the ice. And of course, for Fredonia, Polocek, who scored, is not going to be suited up for the Blue Devils. That incredible 5-3 victory the Lakers had, the best game of the season. Novick almost avoids the offsides call and gets it to Allen. Allen looking for the cross-the-ice pass, tried to get it to Hufnagel, but a nice defensive play there by the Blue Devils.
That comeback that the Lakers had the last time they played Fredonia in that third period. It'll be interesting to see what happens tonight, because we don't know what the Lakers will pull out or the Blue Devils.
This is a Laker team. They aren't really sure where the offense is going to come from. That top line of Hurley, Zizek, and Gillespie has been so great so far. One of the best in the nation, though, been very quiet so far. A couple of 1-0 losses. The offense has just been at an all-time low while Gosick has been here, as Spink keeps it in possession for the Lakers. Spink tried to get the relay pass to Emerson, and it goes behind the red line. Emerson in pass inside. Emerson, almost left Rosen out to dry, but no Lakers there to collect the rebound. Here's Novick, spinorama, gets it to Emerson, leaves it up for Hufnagel. 2-on-1 chance. Here's Hufnagel. Deagles his way inside, gets a shot off. Spink collects it behind the net. Here's Spink, tried to get back to Hufnagel. Hufnagel missed the past 2 games with an injury and is already making his presence felt, just making things happen for the Lakers. Hurley checks his man into the boards. Gets it out to Curry. Curry to Campbell. Campbell inside, past Rosen. Hurley lost the puck. Now Gillespie picks it up. Gillespie down low to Zizek, goes all the way around the boards for Hurley. Hurley back to Zizek, spins around. Wasn't really sure what he wanted to do with it, as Gillespie was going to be on the receiving end of that pass, but then fell down. Gillespie, backwards pass to Zizek. Gillespie to Campbell. Has to hop over it. Hurley will charge behind the net. Pass in front. Zizek couldn't connect. Curry to Campbell. Inside and swallowed by Rosen.
Lakers have no problem with taking shots, but looking at their play last weekend and so far in this game, they need to get on those rebounds. They have enough shots, but if they're there for the rebound, they'll be able to capitalize on that opportunity.
So many missed opportunities. You're right. Talking about those rebounds, Jody Sullivan, an image that'll live as a nightmare for the rest of our lives. Those who are now going to graduate without seeing a win versus Plattsburgh on home ice. Had the game on his stick, but just not able to capitalize. Pelnick just missed the net entirely. Bodies go flying. Nice hit there delivered by the Lakers. Sullivan, though, couldn't get to the puck to try to keep the pressure down on the offense, and it goes all the way down for an icing.
Lakers haven't been able to get a goal so far, but they've had a lot of the puck. It's been tiring Fredonia out because when they get on the offensive side, they are unable to complete any passes, and the Oswego defense has been able to take the puck right back.
So the clock ticking gets ever more further away from the Lakers' last goal as we get a look at that replay. Nice hit there delivered along the boards.
Now it's Fredonia's turn to see what they can do on the power play.
So Fredonia going up with a man advantage. On the power play this year, they connect on about 20% of them. Excuse me, that's 17%. Lakers managed to get it out of the zone. Here, Hurley, Lakers looking to force the issue. And here's Wilbur. Wilbur takes a slap shot, but there goes wide and then out of play.
Yeah, Oswego defense really pressuring on that power play, and that's what they need to do. But Fredonia really needs to take advantage of this power play opportunity.
That was Macmillan heading to the box on the Lakers' last infraction. This Fredonia team, very similar to the Lakers in terms of offensive production. There are a couple of stars for sure, but they're a well-balanced attack. You really never know who is going to score. Their nice clear there by the Lakers, and that can be a detriment sometimes, as you see with the Lakers. Nobody they can really lean on to put the puck in the back of the net, but Fredonia, they've made it all the way so far here without a top 5 scorer in the conference. Good defense by the Lakers, and Gahardson has to retreat all the way back to the logo. Harassing defense. Hurley almost got behind everybody and now takes it away. Hurley, 1-on-0 chance. Almost couldn't get the deflection in. Hurley showing off the stick handles but couldn't beat Rosen. And now the Blue Devils in business. Here's Zizek taking it away now, but he doesn't have numbers. Zizek, Oswego the aggressor on the penalty kill. Scorpio. Preston now has to go all the way back to the Lakers zone. And then Scorpio tried to clear it, but then batted away down by the Blue Devils. Here's Haynes. Haynes couldn't connect with Martin on the middle of the neutral zone. Pass inside to Haynes. Nice stick work there by Novik to poke it away. Allen pokes it. Scorpio fighting for it and now taken away. Alone on the side of the ice is Martin. Martin levitates in front of Richer, but crisis averted.
Hurley and Zizek both tied, leading the team with 13 goals, and that's what you want to see from those two players, getting the puck when they're short-handed and getting it down to Fredonia's net.
Oswego, one of the better defenses in the entire country in terms of shot allowed. If you look at the saves, total saves, that is, and you bring up Richer's stats, you have to go a little bit down the stat sheet to find them because the Lakers just do not allow a lot of shots. They are one of the best defenses in that regard. So now Wilbur whiffs on a shot, just didn't get enough stick on it, and Pelnick clears it away. And now Blue Devils can't get on for it. Young has to go all the way back as 5 seconds remain on the power play, and it looks like Blue Devils will try to get one last rush, but then chip it into the zone, and Richer throws it away. Dunner tried to throw it on net and ricocheted off the glass. Here's Campbell, and D'Orazio now comes away with it. D'Orazio off his skate, and now Dunn throws it backwards. Going to be a 1-on-0 chance. Here's Valentine. Valentine, and Campbell strips him, and that'll probably result. That could be a couple things. Could be a penalty shot, could be a power play, but either way, here's going to be a good chance for the Blue Devils.
Now, when you're in a position like that, sometimes you want to give up the penalty. You don't want to give up that shot, but if it's only a penalty, sometimes you need to take one for the team there and preventing a shot.
So 4 Lakers still on the ice. They're not sure who to assess the penalty to quite yet, but already back to 5-on-4 hockey in favor of the Blue Devils.
Fredonia really needs to take this second opportunity that they've just been given here. They were not able to convert on that power play at all, letting Oswego get the puck during that penalty. So they really need to capitalize it right here, giving them that second chance.
Couple messy face-offs in a row. Emerson jumping the gun just a little bit, so now they're going to see if they can get it right on the third try. Face-off won by the Lakers. Pelnick, Herlihy will throw it all the way down and kill off a little bit more time. Gahardson to Wilbur. Wilbur will carry it through the zone. Wilbur trying to go coast to coast. Pad save. Swallowed by Richer.
Fredonia just needs to move that puck a little quicker. They just keep getting pressured by Oswego's defense, but with this one man on the ice, they really need to play smart and keep it in smart positions to keep them away from that Oswego defense.
Oswego on the penalty kill. 87%. That's one of their strong suits. Again, just plays into that really good defense. And goes like I said, your best penalty killer has to be your goaltender. And Richer has done excellent in that regard. So another clear by the Lakers, and here's Dunner. Dunner faked the handoff and will carry it through the zone. Lakers pressing all the way down. And here's Tracy through the blue line. Tracy into a crowd of Lakers, and now another clear by Zizek. Rosen comes out of his crease to leave it on for Gahardson.
Fredonia really just not able to keep possession of that puck, just letting the Oswego defense keep coming at them, pressuring them.
So interesting formation here. The Lakers take and then poked away by Novik. Looked like Blue Devils were going to do something quite interesting there as they were flying down the ice, but quickly the Lakers put a stop to that. Here's Ryder. Ryder will try to throw it to himself off the backboard. Curry just sends it around the boards and into neutral ice. Great defense here by the Lakers with 35 seconds left on the penalty kill. Freeman couldn't get to it, and now Morgan has to collect it. Sullivan playing harassing defense. Morgan through the neutral zone, and a pass sent on net for Richer, and that's the Fredonia Blue Devils have done that a couple times now. Pretty much teams are just saying, well, however we can beat Richer, because 2 fluke goals really is what gave the Lakers a winless whiteout weekend. You saw that fluke play, the Liam Lawson goal with Plattsburgh, and then early in the game against Potsdam. Just these little wristers, nothing really set up by the offense, but they're still getting past Richer. So the quality of shots, it looks like, hasn't been too important for teams over the past 3 games.
Yeah, Fredonia really using that dump and chase technique. Hasn't worked so far, but like you said, those fluke goals have been happening against Oswego, so it might work.
Gahardson tried to get it inside to Wilbur. Wilbur off the skate of a Laker. And now here's a 2-on-1 chance for the Lakers. Hurley and Zizek, the 2 leading scorers. Rebound couldn't be made by Zizek.
Like I said, they really got to get those rebounds.
Hurley tried to keep it into the zone, and now Macmillan collides with Tracy. Here's Allen. Allen loses his defender and gets it back to Macmillan. Macmillan through the ice, and good poke check away by Jamie Young, and out of play.
Last year, the Lakers lost a lot of top goal scorers when their seniors graduated. Then they got this offense together, that top line with Hurley and Zizek, and they're producing well. But these past 2 weeks, they just have not been able to produce.
That top line, Hurley, Zizek, and Gillespie, that's 2 first-team All-SUNYAC, and then Gillespie, who made the 3rd team. So Oswego stuffing the podium, as it were. Tons of green and gold. And we're not talking about Brockport. A little under 4 minutes to go in the first period as we get a stop. But the biggest story about the All-SUNYAC teams was David Richer making 2nd team in his own conference despite being one of the better goaltenders in the entire nation. Do you think that Richer was snubbed?
I think he was snubbed a little bit. I think he did deserve to get that first team, but that's what they decided to give him. Very interesting.
Lakers certainly felt like they were disrespected in a way. Off the helmet of Ferreira, couldn't locate it. Weird bounce there off his face mask. Just shrugs it off. Here's Campbell. Campbell loses a race with Dunn. Curry lost the puck between his own legs and now will carry it out of the zone, harassed by Valentine. Checked into the boards. Here's DeRocher fighting for it. 6'5", Trent DeRocher, who was honored on senior night. Nice job there behind the defense. Sean Leonard showing off the stick skills to keep it away from the Lakers. Macmillan couldn't get to it. Here's Pelnick. Pelnick flips it out to Emerson. Emerson through a crowd. Emerson through the neutral zone to Spink. Spink off his skate, tried to get to center it for Emerson, but couldn't connect. Macmillan near the blue line, one-timer, and deflected off a teammate. That was Spink. Macmillan will chip it into the zone. We got a Laker down. That was Aaron Huffnagel, who's missed the past 2 games with an injury. Slow to get up, and now back to Laker Lech. Blue Devils in business. Gets it past Riche, and it's in! Colin Valentine, it looked like, scored. Got it past Riche. Another crazy play. Gets it past and into the Lakers' net.
And that has just been the story with the Lakers. These crazy goals that no one really expects, and they just end up right past Riche. Also some physicality going on right there. The refs kind of broke up.
Take a look at the replay. Just confusion there. And Riche, it looks like he backed himself into the goal. Shades of what happened versus Buff State and Oswego in a hole once again. 1-0, a sight all too familiar over the past 2 games for the Lakers. Fredonia with a late first period lead here in the SUNYAC semifinals. Riche pokes it away, and the Blue Devils score again! Just 20 seconds in between. There was Jacob Haynes scoring. 2-goal lead for the Blue Devils. Rocking the Marano Campus Center crowd as this place has gone silent.
And Riche just looking very, very confused and frustrated, not really knowing what was going on with that goal.
So again, behind the net, defense, Haynes just flips it in. Another weird angle shot. So Blue Devils not setting up a bunch of offense, and still a 2-goal lead now.
That dump and chase technique was not working for them before, but now in these last couple minutes here, they have been producing.
So right now the referees are talking it over. Looks like they're having a captain's meeting right now, Hurley and Young. Usually it has to do with the physicality. People are throwing too many hits. Could be they're talking about the goal, although there was some chippiness after that first goal. Some pushing and shoving. Let's take one more look at the replay. Behind the net, it could be they're talking about it was a possible goalie interference. Definitely past Riche. No ambiguity over whether or not it got past him. So Fredonia just absolutely stunning the Lakers.
Before we had that excitement of those 2 goals, Aaron Huffnagel was down the ice. He went to the locker room, but he did return, so it looks like he will still be playing in the game.
The Lakers have done relatively well when it comes to comebacks. When trailing after 1, they're 1-2-1. After 2, 2-2. And that's only because of the whiteout weekend, the loss versus Potsdam and Plattsburgh. So still talking it over, and they're going to say it's a good goal. So no goal interference in Fredonia. A 2-goal lead on the road in the SUNYAC semifinals.
Hot start for Fredonia, but when they came here last time, the same thing happened to the Lakers, and they came out of nowhere in the 3rd period on some power plays. So it'll be interesting to see how this game does unfold.
Still no update on the scoreboard. Taking a little bit too much time. Now I'm not sure what they're deliberating.
Yeah, Coach Gosek looks like he's talking to the referees.
So the Lakers will have to crawl out of a two-goal first period drought. Certainly nothing off the table after the two games that these teams have played. You remember that comeback in the Murano Campus Center, and then Oswego thrashed the Blue Devils 5-0 in a shutout win for Riche. So the Lakers have had the Blue Devils number, and it's still a one-goal lead. Still have not updated the scoreboard. There was cheers from the Fredonia bench, so a little bit unsure, but right now still it says 1-0. So Tracy taken away by Bruce. 2 minutes left to go. Scorpio throws it back to Curry. Lakers trying to get themselves in business. Just a weird couple of minutes here for the Lakers. All out of whack, not in a rhythm anymore. Curry flips it out to D'Orazio. D'Orazio to Bruce. Scorpio couldn't get a stick on it cleanly. Under 90 seconds to go in the first period. And there the scoreboard finally updates. It is a 2-goal lead for Fredonia. Battling along the board, Zizek lost the battle. And offsides.
This first period winding down, the Lakers cannot let this get into their head. It was a crazy 2 goals. It looked like Riche didn't know what was happening. Looked like the Laker defense was confused with what was going on, but they can't let this get into their heads. They have to go in the second period strong and forget about what happened.
And face-off finally won by the Lakers. Just over a minute to go in the period. Zizek battling along the Lakers bench. Tried to flip it out to Gillespie. Batted down by Pelnick. Pelnick tried to get it to neutral ice where Zizek was, and a puck goes into the Fredonia bench.
Even though Oswego's down 2-0 here, student section still cheering for the Lakers, still trying to pump them up, get it going. After that disappointing whiteout weekend, the Laker fans want to see a win here.
A little scared early on. It looked like the Murano Campus Center crowd was looking a little thin, but now as puck dropped at the beginning of the first, it looked a little bit what we're used to. Still some empty spots there. Behind the net, here are the Lakers. Taken away by the Blue Devils. Pelnick kept it into the offensive zone. And now taken away by Herlihy. Herlihy, 1-on-3 and just past Rosen. Under 30 seconds to go. Zizek fell to the ice. Made the pass a little bit harder. Macmillan to Herlihy. Herlihy stopped, threads the needle to Zizek. Zizek taken away. Nice defense by Ryder. 10 seconds left. One more rush for the Blue Devils. They'll chip it in. Now with 5 seconds left, no more time for a rush as the time will expire. So a fantastic period for the Blue Devils, just creating chaos in front of the net for Riche, and they lead 2-0. A little bit of out-of-town scoreboard watching. Geneseo up 2-1 over Buffalo State in a battle. If the Lakers don't come up with this, that's where the SUNYAC championship could take place. Amanda, what were your initial thoughts of the period?
The scoreboard says 2-0 Fredonia, but it did not look like the Lakers were playing a 2-0 game. They had shots, they were coming out strong, they're making those passes, but they just weren't able to convert and get into the back of the goal, and they're really going to have to work on those rebounds, and that dump and chase technique by Fredonia was working really well for them at the end, so they might continue to keep doing that.
All right, we are going to toss it to our intermission report. They'll break down all the craziness and all the chaos. Keep it right here on WTOP 10 Sports.
Say, President Stanley, whenever there's bad weather, who would you turn to?
I'd turn to Storm Team 10.
No,
right
but you've
here.
got to say it like this. Storm Team 10. Say it with me. Storm Team 10.
So good to see you guys. So, what's up?
Oh, we finally bought a place.
Holy cow.
You seriously have enough saved to do that?
We've been putting a little aside each month.
Jeez, at the end of the month, we have nothing left to save.
Yeah, I have no idea where it goes.
Well, you're spending a lot on...
Was it good?
Oh, God.
Oh, how is my account overdrawn?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind. Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
Back to the first period intermission report, brought to you by Res Life. I'm Brian Krosky, and I am joined alongside Sam and Frank. Now, you guys are members of Delta Kappa. Can you tell me a little bit about For the Kids and exactly what it is and your affiliation with the men's ice hockey team?
Yeah, so we're both members of Delta Kappa Kappa, the fraternity here in Oswego, and we work with the Child Advocacy Center of Oswego along with the men's hockey team, and we work to raise money and awareness for child abuse in Oswego County.
So how long have you guys been doing this, and what's your favorite part about it?
We've been doing this for the past 5 years now. This is our 5th year. Favorite part about it is just finding out how many kids we help at the end of the year, the amount of money that we raise.
Do you guys have any good information for people watching, may not knowing about times, dates, where to find you? Obviously, you are here tabling at the hockey game. With times, dates, other things, and easier way to reach out?
Yeah, we on Facebook, we're For the Kids Oswego. That's also our Instagram handle. We also have a Venmo by the same name. And our main event is April 29th. The past couple years we've had it at the Shed, but with the Shed's closing, we're now having it at the Sting, the bar in downtown Oswego. We're also having a free skate set up. The date is to be determined on that, but that should be sometime in March, as well as a bowling event as well.
And about, on average, how many years, every year, about how many kids, families do you guys usually reach out to, or like the benefits and the proceeds? You guys have any numbers for that, or?
So last year we raised $10,000 and we helped 550 kids directly.
All right, that's awesome. Once again, Delta Kappa Kappa with the men's ice hockey team doing phenomenal work. Now we're going to talk a little more hockey. We're going to send it back to the first with Alif and the boys. Guys, take it away.
All right, thank you, Krosky, for that great interview. Again, at For the Kids, a great initiative. And the boys, let's go right into the game. A lot has happened. Give me your initial thoughts.
Initial thoughts, Oswego seemed to dominate possession early, really working hard on the offensive end, but seemed to kind of cost them on the defensive end.
Yeah, it looked like the Lakers were back to their old team again. This is the team that we saw at the beginning of the year. They were quick passes, they were playing keep away, and the Blue Devils didn't seem like they were as aggressive when it came to Potsdam and Plattsburgh. They were more aggressive, forcing Oswego to make mistakes. Fredonia played like they stepped back a little bit, and I don't know if that's the right move. But.
Well, Fredonia may not have looked strong to begin, but they hold the 2-goal lead to start off right now. Last 2 goals coming in towards the end of the first period. We'll have a look at those goals for you. But guys, just based off what you've seen from how Fredonia got on the scoreboard, what went through your minds? Was it Oswego's fault, or did Fredonia just attack at the right time?
It seemed honestly like Fredonia was just attacking at the right time and in the right ways. I mean, we take a look at this replay here. This is a 3-on-2. A shot was missed, and Richer accidentally kicks it into the back of his own net there. So that's more just simply Fredonia getting out and attacking on offense.
Yeah, I think you saw Fredonia get a little bit of puck luck at the end because the momentum was definitely not in their favor at the beginning of this game for most of this game. And it just seems like in the last few minutes the momentum shifted. You get a lucky bounce here and there. It doesn't matter if you're out being outshot. You got the lead.
No, definitely. Honestly, what really came into my mind was the second goal, because that was something all of us kind of caught a little bit of, but we couldn't exactly take a clear look. But here's another look at the second goal. If you can slow it down, again, there's a lot of activity in front of the net, but it seems just the puck was hanging around behind Richer, and then Richer just lost track of it. Again, from the opposite angle, it seemed that it had come off the stick of Oscar Gerritsen. That is who it has been credited to according to live stats that we have access to, but there was a lot of stuff going on. from the second goal alone, what did you guys think? Was it just, again, Riche losing his cool a little bit, maybe just losing sight?
It's all about rebound control at the end of the day. We talked about it earlier watching Oswego's power play, actually, and the Fredonia goalie, actually, Anton Rosen, was doing a poor job of rebound control, and we thought that that would cost him. Turns out it was costing Riche, who's usually one of the better goalies at it, as we see second-team All-SUNYAC honors. So yeah, just about rebound control. Tough break for the Oswego defense there, but you can't sit back after you allow one goal. You still got to keep playing. You can't take a shift off, and we saw that happen with the Oswego.
Yeah, you look, and again, we talked about the puck luck on the first goal. That was puck luck, too, because the puck bounced off, and like you said, it was behind Riche. It didn't really catch all of it. And there were like two Fredonia sticks that were right there to tap it home. Yep. And it was just luck in that case. I think, you know, they capitalized nicely on a couple lucky opportunities.
No, definitely. And you know, while Fredonia does have 2 goals right now, Oswego has not played all too terribly. What's some things that Oswego's done well that they definitely should keep working at?
It's definitely on the power play. They've had nice possession on the power play, like Moser mentioned. They talked about the possession and the lack of Fredonia aggressiveness when defending the power play. It's just some of those, you're looking for the best shot, but sometimes shooting the puck right away can get you a good look, especially on rebound opportunities.
Absolutely, and we talked about the passing. I think too many times the passing was really forced in the last 2 games, where you look now, Fredonia, like you said, not being as aggressive. So they're able to make quick passes, and the lanes are open. You got open lanes. If you're not going to challenge that, you know, Oswego is going to be in your end all day, and they were for the most part in that whole period.
No, definitely. Again, while the game did go well in some facets for Oswego, we can't deny it was also a very, very aggressive game at points. A lot of activity on the ice, a lot of extracurricular activities, we should say. Owen, did you think that motivated Fredonia even more?
I think so. I mean, I mentioned it earlier going into this game. I thought it was going to be a physical game, and now it's just a matter of Oswego keeping it cool. We saw Gillespie, he actually came in contact with a Fredonia player after they scored their first goal and knocked him to the ground. Stuff like that didn't necessarily draw a penalty, but could later on. I think that plays into Fredonia's advantage, actually, when it comes to the physicality.
Yeah, it helps you gives you an edge in your mental game.
Yep.
I think if you're Fredonia, you take it then, like you said, you build up your game a little bit, you build up your mentality, and then you attack physically, and you know you see the results there.
Definitely. I mean, one last point. I think you have a 2-goal lead. You're also wearing down Oswego physically. The Lakers just can't keep up this pace for the entire game. We saw it against Geneseo. It actually cost them in the 3rd period, and Geneseo crept back into the game. So if you're already down 2 goals and Fredonia's wearing you out physically, that's a tough thing to come back from.
Definitely. Well, one other thing that the Lakers did also have trouble with is the power play. Again, they committed 2 penalties as well, and also back-to-back, very, very quick within a short time frame within each other. Do you think that also affected the Lakers in terms of fatigue? And if so, what can they do to just work on that?
Oh, it definitely affects you physically. You only got 8 guys on your penalty kill teams, so that's really tough to keep sending them back out there. They do their job the first time, but then they get right back out there, and same with Riche. He clears the puck. Now you get 5-on-5 hockey again. You think they might be able to get it into the offensive zone, but then you're stuck right back in the defensive end on the penalty kill.
We talked about those power play woes too. You know, issues that were coming in. They were like 0 for 16 going into this game. And then on top of that, you couldn't capitalize on the power play opportunities you got in this game. It just keeps building. You have to get 1 power play goal, because then all that monkey is going to be off your back.
Yep.
And then you don't have to focus on that anymore, because there's no doubt that's going to be playing mentally with Oswego's team.
Right, well, a lot of the mental game, a lot of physical game. We'll talk more about this game. Stay tuned. After the break, you're watching WTOP10's coverage of the SUNYAC semifinal between the Lakers and the Blue Devils. Blue Devils leading 2-0 at the end of the 1st.
Aren't you Deborah Stanley?
No, you're Deborah Stanley.
Oh, right.
SUNY president.
You're Al Roker.
I'm Al Roker, and you're watching WTOP 10 TV. Local news, local weather, local college presidents.
Na, 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 na. Are we there yet?
Yep. We're here.
It's a short drive from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat?
1 in 5 children struggles with hunger in America. Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
I'm gonna drink my...
I turned into a dragon!
I'm gonna drop a meteor on the nymph.
Health potions don't matter if you're dead, right? Wait, what was that? Guys, can you hear me? Like, what was that? Hello? What are they even doing back there? Guys, seriously, is my microphone even on? Seriously? Texting?
And welcome back to WTOP10's coverage here of the SUNYAC semifinal. This intermission report is brought to you by Resland. Now, don't forget, you have to apply for housing before March 1st. It's going to sneak up right on you. But speaking of sneaking up, the Lakers have a history of sneaking up on the Blue Devils particularly, especially last time they played here. 5-3 was the final outcome, but Owen, you mentioned, it was still 3-1 Fredonia deep into the third period. So the Lakers, their chances on a comeback here?
It could be. It's just tough when you're being outmatched physically, especially on your top line. Your top line guys, usually your best players. And, I mean, you look at Oswego, their biggest guy is Mitchell Hurley, about 5'9", 175. The smallest guy on Ferdonia's first line is Jimmy Morgan, 6 foot 180. I mean, when you're just outmatched physically like that, that's tough and that wears on you.
And when you talk about the physicality, it leads to emotions, frustrations, and stuff. And even with Fredonia being ahead, in the last game they were here, they were frustrated. The goalie who was in net at the time, Eric Bogart, took a huge penalty when he decided to hop into the aggressive play. It doesn't matter if you're winning, you're eventually going to get frustrated regardless. And they took careless penalties and they let Oswego come back into this game in order to win.
Right. Well, we've talked a lot about the game itself. We have a look at the specific live stats for the first period again. Lakers on the face-offs doing pretty well, but nothing to show for it yet.
This does seem to be a consistent trend that we see where Oswego is just dominating the stats. And unfortunately, that doesn't always translate into goals and opportunities, so they're being beat there.
And when you talk about face-offs, it also leads to puck possession. The Lakers have dominated puck possession in this first period. It was just bad luck at the end where they lost in their own end and got 2 goals against. Gotta be careful with there, and gotta come up and tie this game now.
No, definitely. Maybe 1 too many passes, but 1 and 2 are the goals that the Lakers are going to be looking for into the second period. That second period is going to come up in a little bit. Ryan Berger and Amanda Zampano will return with the call. The Blue Devils lead 2-0 against the Lakers. You're watching WTOP10's coverage of the SUNYAC semifinals.
Speed, intensity, grit. All of these might get you a spot on an NHL team. But all you need to do is watch Stuck in the Sin Bin on WTOP every Tuesday at 10 p.m. and all of your NHL dreams will be fulfilled.
The inherent right to work is one of the elemental privileges of a free people. Endowed, as our nation is, with abundant physical resources, and inspired as it should be to make those resources and opportunities available for the enjoyment of all, we approach re-employment with the real hope of finding a better answer than we have now.
Donate to Goodwill, where your donations help fund job placement and training for people in your community.
That movie was so bad, Dominic actually left the room. Well, I guess he's the lucky one.
Hey, Hard, what's this?
That's my resignation letter.
You're resigning.
Why? Because you're constantly ignoring me. You're half as active as you used to be, and you get stuff like this. You've been putting me under a lot of pressure lately. That's why I'm ready to quit.
I forgot. I'll do better. Please, don't quit on me.
Okay, but remember, it's not what you say, it's what you do.
Listen to your heart. Don't let it quit on you.
Let's go for a walk.
Uncontrolled high blood pressure could lead to a stroke, heart attack, or death. Get yours to a healthy range before it's too late.
Welcome back to Oswego, New York. Ryan Berger and Amanda Zampano here for WTOP 10 Sports. SUNYAC semifinals. Fredonia coming into the Marano Campus Center and punching the Lakers in the mouth. Offense still nowhere to be found for the Lakers.
Yes, Oswego has been struggling with that offense. We saw it last weekend. They were unable to produce, and again, that first period, they were able to get nothing done.
So it's been 7 consecutive shutout periods for the Lakers over 2 hours and 20 minutes. We joked. We said, what was the world like when the last time Oswego beat Plattsburgh on home ice? We were talking about the #1 song in the country was Adele. The #1 movie at the box office was The Vow. Let's go back. When was the last time Oswego scored a goal? Do you remember what was going on 14 days ago? What was the world like?
Pretty similar, pretty crazy, how it's always been. But it's been a while.
Hungary got its first gold medal at the Olympics, and that's really all I got. At the Winter Olympics, I should say. So face-off totals very heavily in Oswego's favor, but we talk about those empty calorie stats. The Lakers are just chock full of them so far, now going on 3 games as Oswego wins yet another face-off. Gillespie will just slam it across the boards, and Rosen has to come out of his post. Fumble there. Zizek almost got to it, and he got the turnover he was looking for. Here's Zizek to Campbell. Here's Haynes. Haynes throws it across, tried to get the home run pass. Not there. Wilbur throws it down. Couldn't be batted down by Morgan. And now Curry has it. Curry through the neutral zone. We'll just throw it across, and the Lakers will get a line change. So Lakers not really trying to initiate anything on offense so far. Emerson, will he win a race with Gardson? Yes, he will. And here's 2-on-1, done chance. Here's Huffnagel. Huffnagel inside, throws it off Rosen, and Rosen falls on it. What a chance for the Lakers. Aaron Huffnagel back into the lineup with thunder.
You see Huffnagel got knocked down the first period, went to the locker room, but he seems like he is perfectly fine right now with that beautiful shot, unable to get it past the goalie.
Oswego already the victim of 2 crazy bounce goals from behind the red line, quickly in front and past Riche. So Lakers just trying to keep that theme going, saying, hey, if it can work for them, maybe it can work for us. Macmillan wins the face-off. Now Tapper along, a little miscommunication there by the Lakers, ends up with the Blue Devils. Puck goes high in the air and can of corn for Pelnick. Here's Spink charging for it. Gahardson almost had it, and then Emerson flips it off for Huffnagel. Huffnagel, a 3-on-1 with Spink across the ice. Pass inside, can't get it to Spink though. Along the boards, and Pelnick has it. Pelnick flips it up to Spink. Spink, and now back into the Oswego zone is Pelnick and Macmillan. Macmillan tried to get it to Huffnagel, but intercepted by the Blue Devils. DeRocher out to Ferreira. Ferreira lost it himself. DeRocher just threw it into the Blue Devils zone. Now here's a bounce pass. Blue Devils will chip it into the zone. Riche wisely puts a glove on it.
And it's hard to say what the Lakers are doing wrong, not being able to score, because they do make those passes. They make smart passes, and they find each other. So maybe it's time to shake some things up, do a couple dump and chases, but they got to switch something up because it's just not working.
Just stonewalled on offense so far. This is a team that is not used to having this problem. It's usually a breakdown in communication on defense that does the Lakers in. But this year, the lack of those 100-point scorers They've had to find offenses from all manners all around the roster. And right now it just appears in the playoffs that well is run dry, at least so far. Here's DeRocher throwing it to Max Novick, the third-team All-SUNYAC defenseman. Rosen plays catch with some Blue Devils defenders, and Young throws it up. And here's Morgan, and then Wilbur. Pass couldn't connect with him, and we get an icing.
And Ferdonia's really just got to keep that pressure on the Lakers, and they got to get in their head a little bit, because right now Lakers are probably getting pretty frustrated. They had that weekend last week. They tried to come into this playoff run being more confident, try to get that offense jump started, but they're just unable to do that. So Ferdonia's got to take advantage of that.
Here's Durazio on for the faceoff. And yet another win by Oswego. You think that they could be setting up some more plays with all these face-off wins, but just chaos pretty much after the puck wins. And here's Durazio trying to create some chaos in front of the net, but can't get enough stick on it. Durazio has it once again, and then puck squirts out to the Blue Devils. Now cross the ice pass. Here comes Wynn. Now Curry comes up with it. Here's Dunn. Dunn with two Lakers on him, and it's taken away. Schaus lost it. Now pass inside. Dunn is going to try to look for the wraparound, but it's denied by Campbell. Campbell throws him into the boards. Two Lakers, and now Curry comes up with the puck. Curry tried to throw it off the boards. Here's Gillespie, careful not to go offside. Sorry, here's Bruce, actually. Bruce do-si-doses with his defender. Held along the boards. A little bit of a hold there. Here's Herlihy. Herlihy and Zizek. At the blue line. Here is Novick. Novick throws off the boards for Pelnick. Pelnick able to corral it. Will throw it on net. Good defense there by Gerhardsen. Pass through the neutral zone. Here's Zizek. Zizek. Rosen comes out. Loses the puck. Looking for the wraparound. Denied by the Blue Devils. And now punishing hit delivered by Macmillan as the puck goes all the way down to the Lakers zone and an icing.
And that Blue Devil defense, the Lakers are just unable to get past it. That very close chance right that Zizek had, they just can't get it in that net.
Huge chance for the Lakers as we get a replay. Rosen doesn't put a glove on it, then looking for the wraparound. Just too many bodies in the crease. They've done such a good job at clogging the lanes away from the Lakers. Pelnick in the neutral zone. Now Macmillan through the neutral zone to Zizek. Zizek tried to get the cross-ice pass to Herlihy, but it ends up with Freeman. Freeman and Herlihy battling for it. Herlihy gets it out near the blue line. Here's Allen, Carter Allen. One-timer for Herlihy. He tried to get the drive-by, able to get the puck back. Here's Gillespie, one-timer. Puck hovered across the chest of Zizek, but just couldn't get it on the floor. Here's Gillespie sending his man to the ice. And we might get a penalty here. Might be for cross-checking, or it could be a hand pass. Yes, looks like they're going to go a hand pass.
This game getting very physical here, and both teams got to stay level-headed because they do not want to give up any penalties, because in a game like this, each team that gets that power play opportunity, they got to convert.
Oswego with very little points from their defensemen all year. It really goes to show you what they had with guys like Ragaseo, Steven Johnson. How does Oswego get their D-core involved on offense?
Yeah, that defense really has to be stepping up. They have to be more towards that blue line and ready for those one-timers. If they do get the pass from one of their forwards over in that blue line area, they got to be ready to rip it.
So a lot of trepidation from the Lakers the past two games, now seeping into this Fredonia and into the playoffs. Here's Spink. Spink with a 2-on-1 chance. Nice defense there by the Blue Devils, increasing that surface area as bodies hit the floor, and Rosen put a glove on it.
And what the Lakers like to do, they like to have those nice passes up in the crease, and they don't really incorporate the defense that well. They don't pass it back to the blue line and get those defenders in the shot. So maybe if they switch that up, stop making those passes over in the crease, because the Blue Devils are clogging up that lane.
And we're going to toss it to our sideline reporter, Brian Krosky. Brian, what'd you see?
All right, thanks, guys. A little around the town scoreboard. #1 East-ranked Salve Regina lost today. They lost to #2 University of New England. Right now, Geneseo's up on Buff State 4-1. They're the 7th seed in the East. And #2 Hobart is winning 2-0. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Brian. And as much as scoreboard watching as we want to do, the Lakers have to take care of business here first. Here's Hurley. Hurley couldn't find Gillespie streaking across the ice. Here's Zyzek. Zyzek trying to put the Lakers in business. Valentine trips up Zyzek, no call. Pass tried to get to Hurley, but he couldn't get his body turned around quick enough. 15 minutes left in the second period. Still no scores for the Lakers. They scored 10 goals against Fredonia in the regular season, but just a lid on the net so far. Here's Scorpio, punishing hit delivered on the boards. Couple Blue Devils behind the red line. There was Jimmy Morgan doing a good job keeping it away from the Laker defense. Icing is called.
The Lakers, they beat Potsdam and they beat Plattsburgh earlier on the season. They were able to beat Fredonia earlier on the season, but something about the end of the season, they were just not able to produce offensively.
It has certainly been a lot of trials and tribulations. So many memorable moments that the Lakers will remember not being able to capitalize, whether it was that 5-minute major or being up 2 skaters against Plattsburgh. Just so many chances. You remember when Ferreira hit the post on senior day. It's just been a comedy of errors for the Lakers on offense. Here's Campbell. DeRazio couldn't locate the puck and almost turns it over inside his zone. A little tapper back into the Lakers zone is caught in the middle of a line change as the Blue Devils, and Campbell throws it on so the Lakers can get a line change of their own. There's Sullivan harassing Freeman behind the red line. And a puck goes through the neutral zone and ends up with the Lakers, but bounces off the stick of Ferreira. Here's DeRocher and Ferreira. Couple seniors looking to hook up. Oh, Most Rosen left his post. Again, the puck open and right there for the taking, but no Lakers there to collect the rebound. Been the story of the Lakers season, at least lately. There's Sullivan taking a ripper on net, and Rosen gloves it.
And it just looks like this Laker team has lost their chemistry. They can't find their rebounds. They're missing these passes in front of the crease. So they really got to get their stuff together.
One more look at the replay. Bodies on bodies, but just nobody getting a stick on the ground, able to capitalize. It's either going off someone's chest or someone doesn't have their body turned around. So just miscommunications everywhere. And like you said, that chemistry has just disappeared over the past 3 games. Here's Pelnick charging for it and wins the battle and will throw it into the Blue Devils zone. Here's Gillespie. Gillespie flips it out. Zyzek tried to center it, but there was nobody there for the Lakers. Pelnick beaver tapping for it. Pelnick takes a one-timer, misses the cage. Here's Pelnick. Tried to slam it off against the glass. See just where the ricochet would take him, but thought better of it. Bounce pass to Hurley. Hurley, a 2-on-3 chance. Hurley will throw it off the stick of Rosen. It goes high and out of play.
And it really does look like this Laker team is hurting with Cam Barry and Joseph Molinaro being scratched. They were really helpful in assists in the previous games against Fredonia, and it looks like the Lakers have their chemistry is just off, missing those 2 players.
Those first 2 lines relatively intact for the Lakers, but you're right, Barry, one of the great facilitators for this team, probably the fastest player on the ice, and Molinaro, no word on what is caused those 2 players to be scratched, but they've made things happen for the Lakers all year, and when they need it the most, not suited up for the green and gold. Here's a rare face-off win for Fredonia, but still, Lakers able to maintain possession. Here's Emerson. Emerson looking for the wraparound. Backwards pass, but there was no one on the other end. Here's Huffnagel taking it away. Huffnagel gets it to Novik. Novik, one-timer. Emerson back to retrieve it. Emerson along with Huffnagel, and now taken away by the Blue Devils. Here's Blasio. Oh, hard hit into the boards. They're now Spink into the neutral zone. So Fredonia is finally going to touch the puck. We're going to get a power play opportunity for the Lakers. Perhaps this will finally open the floodgates.
Lakers definitely need to take advantage of this chance right here. They've been struggling so hard trying to get that goal in the net, and they've been making those shots, they've been making those passes, but maybe having this extra man will help them get them going.
Here's a look. Possible boarding call, just tripped there by Asillo, the guilty party. And they're going to give it to Colin Valentine. So Valentine in the sin bin. Fredonia likes to play fast and hard, and already a chance in front of Rosen. And the puck squirts out, gets past everybody. Always have to watch Fredonia on the offensive when they're trying to kill the penalty. Again, those 7 shorthanded goals, but on the penalty kill percentages, just not something that they've done a good job of taking care of their goaltender.
Yeah, Fredonia just looks one step ahead of the Lakers. They're predicting every pass, and they're able to get in there and stop it.
So 30 seconds already eclipsed, and the Lakers have one shot attempt on this power play. Hurley to Novik near the blue line. Cross the ice to Gillespie, one-timer, and swallowed by Rosen.
Great job by Rosen there, predicting that shot and just covering it up.
It's just simple offense for the Lakers. Gillespie getting a ton of shots over these past 3 games, now into the postseason finally for the Lakers. They've really gone through him. For offense, he had a 8 or 9 game point streak to end the season, and they've just been feeding him and feeding him and feeding him, but just has not been there for Gillespie.
That also may be the Lakers' problem. They have been comfortable with their goal scorers, and now they're just running flat.
So interesting lineup here for the Lakers in a must-win game, you would think. And now puck off a Blue Devil skate. Richer trying to mitigate the damage just a little bit, comes just outside of the crease. Here's D'Orazio. D'Orazio with a wingmate, Sullivan. Sullivan tried to spin around but loses it. Here's Ferreira. Ferreira surveys and gets it back to Sullivan. Sullivan to Curry. Curry and Sullivan play catch. Sullivan down low. Almost got back to Sullivan. Here's Curry. Curry wrister. Good defense there by Ryder. Curry, 30 seconds left on the power play. A lot of overpassing and a restless Morano Campus Center crowd. And puck is just going to be cleared and sent down the ice. So another, with 20 seconds left, Oswego has time for maybe one more rush, but just completely ineffective offense for the Lakers. Zyzek through the neutral zone, relay pass to Hurley. Hurley trying to do it himself. Hurley looking for the wraparound, but can't find a pass partner. Novik. Novik will leave it off for Gillespie. Gillespie surveys, cross the ice. Hurley just whiffed on the stick. Here's Gillespie, one-timer and high riser, and hits the glass. As now we're back to 5-on-5, wasted opportunity for the Lakers, and the Blue Devils already in business. Here's a Hurley, just has to clear it so the Lakers can get their bearings back. Richer, puck went sailing over his head. Here's Novik. Novik lost it for Dunn. 2-on-1 chance to pass, and just past Richer. He was fortunate that didn't go in because it was just off target. DeRocher. DeRocher bounces it off, leaves it off for Zyzek. Zyzek has it taken away, and here comes Fredonia. Fredonia up to Dunn. Dunn throws it, and Richer will catch it.
And Fredonia's greatest thing they're doing right now is they're getting down to block those shots. You see Tyler Ryder, he's been getting down the ice, and Valentine during that power play. They were getting right in front of it, putting their body in front of those shots, and that's how that defense has just been able to shut down the Lakers.
A lot of overpassing for the Lakers, and you can hear the groans. You can hear the people saying, shoot it, shoot it, shoot it. Not many shot attempts on that power play, and I would have to agree with the Morano Campus Center crowd at this point. More than halfway done in the second period. Oswego with a 2-goal deficit as Scorpio comes away with it. Here's Scorpio. Scorpio through the zone. Pass off the helmet of Rosen. There's a wake-up call. And there's a nice hit in neutral ice.
And again, we keep seeing it. Another rebound, and no one is there to collect it. And that would have been another chance for the Lakers.
So offsides is the call. Emerson on for the faceoff. You remember Emerson getting into it at the end of the period against Potsdam. Oswego, usually the instigator, usually a very physical team. You remember games versus Canton or Brockport or Elmira, where it just turns into fights. There's just a lot of scrums. That's a nice can of corn there for Rosen, but it must be said, you certainly don't want things to get too chippy, too out of hand, but that was when the Lakers were playing their best hockey, is when they were getting inside the head of the opposing team. So it has to be said, do the Lakers want to start throwing punches, start seeing what they can get away with?
Yeah, I think the Lakers definitely have to up how physical they're being right now, because Fredonia definitely looks like they're dominating this game. The physical aspect, they're getting in the Lakers' head, and the Lakers got to chip back at them.
So a lot of real estate in the minds of the Lakers with Potsdam and Plattsburgh. That's nothing new, but now Fredonia seems to have Oswego rattled as bodies go flying behind the Fredonia red line. Now already in business, Riche rises and deflects the puck away. Here's Emerson coming away with it. Lakers in business. 3-on-3 chance. Here's Emerson wristing off and pad save by Rosen. Here's at the logo Macmillan. Macmillan will tap or tic-tac-toe to Zizek. Zizek can't locate it. It lands right at his feet. This first line for the Lakers getting a lot of burn, but still no production. Pelnick, almost a relay pass to Wilbur, would have had a 2-on-1 chance. And here's Macmillan. Macmillan tries to throw it off the boards for himself, and a pass for Haynes shot on goal. Missed everybody as it goes into the Lakers bench.
And Fredonia now with that 2-0 lead, they're playing more defensively, and that's also really getting the Lakers' head, because they're able to lay back on that offense and really focus on just being defensive and not letting those shots get by Rosen.
A malaise has hovered over the Murano Campus Center crowd. No big hits, nobody really standing up. Fans have been firmly in their seats probably since this game has started. There's now 7 minutes left to go in the second period. Here's Bruce battling for it. Scopio trying to get a stick in there. Batted down by Bruce, and now Novick finally comes away with it. Novick across the ice to Allen, and now flipped up to Durazio. Durazio couldn't catch it cleanly, though, but Allen is there to pick up the scraps. Along the boards, a couple of Blue Devils go hurling to the ice, and Allen has to go all the way back to the Oswego zone to retrieve it. Here's Bruce. Bruce loses it, and Novick has to charge for it. Got to watch your back. There was Valentine looking to create a one-on-one opportunity as Durazio threw it at the net. Here's Allen, bounce pass. Intercepted by Fredonia. There's Schaus. Schaus lost it and then comes back up with it, will chip it into the zone. Freeman coming off the ice for the Blue Devils. Novick tried to throw it up and get it to Huffnagel, but Huffnagel just let it go by him, and it'll go all the way down for an icing.
The Lakers, so far, they like to just take it down the left side of the boards, and they're just making that puck fly. They're not even being smart about it now. They're just shooting, but it's erratic. So they really need to keep that puck down, and they need to find open players and make smarter passes, because shooting the puck like that, it's not going to get them a goal.
Yet another face-off win for the Lakers. That stat favoring them heavily. Huffnagel drops it down and throws it behind the red line. Rosen leaves the net. Tried to get it out, and Spink able to cause a turnover behind the red line. Here's Huffnagel and Spink working down low. Huffnagel gets it out to Spink as the puck squirts out. Here's Curry at the blue line, out to Campbell. Across the ice to Spink, but pass just went by him. Emerson poking forward, will leave it off for Huffnagel. At the blue line, Curry. Curry fires and past Rosen. Bounce pass into the neutral zone is Campbell. Campbell, nice backwards tapper to Spink, and Spink got planted. That's a tackle. That is a complete tackle by Victor Tracy. No call. Now here's Fredonia in business, going coast to coast. There's Ryder. Ryder throws it behind the Oswego red line, takes a ride around the boards, and Zizek will battle for it. And Zizek comes away with it. And now Campbell to give the Lakers some space. Throws it up. Zizek, little tapper to Hurley, tried to hit him in stride. Zizek can't connect cleanly with Hurley on a pass. Hurley looking to leave it off at the blue line, deflects off Ryder. Curry, cross the ice to Zyzek. Zyzek to Hurley. Hurley with a 2-on-1 chance. Here's Gillespie with the puck again. Down low to Hurley. Hurley to Pelnick at the blue line. Pelnick, wrister, just misses the cage entirely. Macmillan charges for it. Behind the red line, Gillespie gets it back. Here's Hurley, tried to center it between the face-off circles, but couldn't find anybody. Here's Pelnick. Pelnick one-timer, goes and hits the glass. Gillespie bounces off for Zyzek. Good forecheck here by the Lakers, but no quality shots. Zyzek gets it out to Hurley. Hurley, harassed by Young, has to glide all the way out towards the face-off circles. Hurley tries to cut past his man. Across the ice to pass to Pelnick. Pelnick down low. Back to Pelnick. Pelnick glides through and off the skate of Young. Hurley. Hurley to Pelnick. Pelnick to Macmillan. Back to Pelnick. A Let's Go Lakers chance finally erupts in the Campus Center crowd. Young now clears it, and now here come the Blue Devils. Haynes can't get to it. Here's Carter Allen. 3 minutes left to go in the second. Here's Novick. Out to Ferreira. This line full of seniors, Ferreira tried to feed DeRocher, but off the skate of the Fredonia defense. Here's Allen, tried to keep it away from Schaus. Schaus inside, Riche, and he scores! Sam Wilbur gives the Fredonia Blue Devils a 3-0 lead here in the SUNYAC semifinals.
And the Lakers, they have so much possession on that offense, but then the puck squirts out, and the Blue Devils are right on attacking that, and then all the Lakers are behind on that, so that's why they keep getting caught up like this.
Fredonia stone cold stunning the Lakers in their own house. They're up 3-0 on the road. Take a look at that replay.
Right here, the Blue Devils, they just caught the puck. They were going, and the Lakers just could not get back, and they were all offensively up there, and they were able to just get a hold of that puck, and they just got it past Riche.
So Fredonia smelling blood in the water, now up 3-0. Oswego needs their best comeback yet if they want to advance to the SUNYAC championship. Here's that fourth line out for Oswego. Curry tried to thread it through the neutral zone. 2 minutes left in the second period. Things going bad to worse for the Lakers. And now Valentine with the steal. Valentine lost control of it and throws it, but the Blue Devils get it back. Off the student section glass, here's Curry. Curry to D'Orazio. D'Orazio checked into the boards hard. Here's Tyson Bruce. Bruce tried to weave through traffic and can't come away with it. Pelnick behind the Oswego net. Here's Macmillan. Along the boards. Hofnagel pass inside! Can't score. The Blue Devil. Riche finally sends a pass away. Hofnagel dribbles it past. Emerson, his wingmate. Minute 30 left to go in the second period. Here's Morgan. Morgan loses. Hofnagel tried to take it away, but the Blue Devils come up with it. Wilbur throws it on. Here's a Fredonia line change. Allen throws it up to Novick. Novick cross the ice to Zyzek. Zyzek, a 2-on-3, will stop on the brakes and try to get it to Hofnagel. Hofnagel and Zyzek haven't played a ton of ice time with each other, but anything to get the Lakers a spark on offense. Their two best creators, Zyzek and Hofnagel. Here's Spink. Spink checked it along the boards. Fredonia in business with 30 seconds left. Fredonia still the aggressor. Oswego has not retaliated after that last goal. Here's Gillespie. Gillespie, one-timer, hit the post. Oh my goodness. It hit the inside of the post. I've never seen a puck travel that far inside and ricochet out. Oh my, it's like having open heart surgery week after week after week. 10 seconds left. Zyzik tripping call. Martin and Blue Devils are going to be on the hook for a tripping call. Things getting chippy. Oswego is going to be on the power play.
And that shot by Gillespie, it just reminds us what happened against Plattsburgh when Ferrara had a similar shot, went on the crossbar, looked like it was in, but it wasn't. The Lakers are they're just having some bad luck.
Seems the Lakers can't do anything right. They try to do it in transition. Things like that happen. They try to set up their offense well, and the goalies just turn into God mode. So 1 second left. We'll see if Gosick can draw anything up, try to get a high-quality chance. Emerson on for the faceoff, quickly through the legs of Gillespie as time expires on the second period. Fredonia absolutely gutting the Lakers as a little bit of chippiness almost at the end of that second period, a little jawing off. And again, Oswego had their sights set on hosting the SUNYAC championship. They would have clinched home ice if they took care of business here. Geneseo up right now 5-2 against Buffalo State. So all things holding true, it would go to Geneseo, or rather Buff State would host the SUNYAC championship. But still, here, we have to talk about what's going on here. Amanda, what were your initial period thoughts?
The Lakers in the second period, they just look so slow. Fredonia is playing so fast. They're predicting everything they're doing, and they're just able to play around them. They let Oswego just possess the puck, play with it, and then once the puck pops out, they get right on that, and they take shots, and that's how they got the goal in this period. Oswego just needs to get that offense together. We just don't know what has been up with that offense.
It has been a drought of epic proportions. We'll see if Oswego can rally and have their best comeback of the year. Keep it right here and stay tuned for our intermission report here on WTOP 10 Sports Hockey Night in Oswego. It's the SUNYAC semifinals.
I am an American.
I am an American.
I am an American.
I am an American.
I am
An American.
I am an American.
I am American.
I am an American.
I'm an American. I'm an American.
I am American.
I am an American.
I'm an American.
I am an American.
I am an American.
I'm a lot more confident and a lot more sure of my abilities. At Oswego is where I really found myself and became the person I am. You work hard and you play hard. I love the environment of SUNY Oswego.
That's life. Now, just don't forget, you have to apply for housing by March 1st, because a date's going to come up pretty soon. I'll leave Kareem back here with Owen Gallagher and Nate Moser. Guys, Laker luck, it does not exist today. 3-0 is the score as of now. Ferdonia Blue Devils get one more, but the Lakers are trailing. I have not seen anything like this sort of collapse. I haven't seen in a while. what is going on?
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about 160 minutes of scoreless hockey by this Oswego Laker team, and you're giving up a goal to the fourth liner, Kyle Jelinski, who has 1 goal on the entire season. We saw this in the Plattsburgh game as well. Their goal came, same kind of scenario, on a breakaway with, again, another player who had only 1 or 2 goals on the entire year. This kind of mental mistakes that they're making and just the errors that they're making just cannot happen.
And you keep getting chances. I mean, we talked about it in the first period, and we talked about it in the previous 2 games. They kept getting chances. They just haven't capitalized on them. One hit the pipe. I mean, there were a couple that hit the pipe. But it's like, again, it's going anywhere but in the net. You gotta get that first one.
Right.
Because you haven't scored in so long.
Right, you know, you talk about hitting the pipe, one of the best sounds you can hear, and one of the worst sounds you can hear, and we heard both of those last period. The last thing that we heard was one of the worst for the Lakers. Mike Gillespie hitting it, I think, left corner. You're going to see on the replay here, Gillespie having enough space, the defense not closing in, and then that's just unfortunate.
Yeah, you don't always see a slap shot on a breakaway, but I guess you're just looking for something to go your way. And again, goalie's best friend right there, helping him out, hitting the post. We saw Richer kind of got that help against Geneseo, and now maybe Karma's kind of coming back on the Lakers.
Maybe.
And the tides have turned.
Yeah, he was putting all the energy he had in that shot.
Yes.
You know, the more energy you have, the faster it's going to go. I think he was hoping that it was going to be too quick and he was going to outbeat the goalie.
Yep.
Not the case, though. And like you said, hits the pipe. If that goes pipe in, this is a whole different ball game, even though it's a puck. But you get what I mean? So.
Well, definitely pipe in was something that went for the Fredonia Blue Devils. Bar down, that goal coming from Jelinski, like you mentioned before, but not due to Fredonia's effort altogether. It was the Lakers' turnover that started that goal for them, and there were so many things that went wrong. Transitional defense. I had one of our former toppers text me about transition. It's been very worrisome for a lot of us. Owen, what have the Lakers just been doing wrong on that end?
Honestly, their defense, they're looking to score from their defensive players. Charlie Pelnick, in one shift, had about 3 shots on net. Not a guy that you're really looking forward to getting shots from. He only has 1 career goal in 27 games. That shouldn't be where your offense is coming. But again, like Nate keeps saying, I guess you're just looking for something at this point, someone to break the streak of this not scoring. I don't know, Nate, what do you think?
You know, I always think, if you really, you got to be firing at all cylinders, and I like the idea of having the defense as part of the offense, but you can't rely on that all the time. There's a reason why they're defense.
Yeah.
They got to be more focused on shutting down the play coming the other way. They got to be offensive in their, their forecheck and getting the puck up to the offense. The offense's job is to get the puck, and they're the better scorers on the team. Thus, they're the other guys playing defense. So yeah, you got to be more focused on trying to set up guys like Zizek and Hurley, the more offensive players. I mean, don't get me wrong, getting a shot from the point, great, but focus more on trying to get those offensive players in the, with the scoring chances.
Yeah. And to your point, Nate, talk about clearing the puck once you have it in your defensive zone. The defensemen just aren't doing that, and we saw that on that Fredonia goal late.
No.
The turnover in their own zone.
Absolutely. You talk about Fredonia goal. Let's take a look at exactly the goal that Fredonia did come up with. Again, Jelinski coming up, it's what, his 4th goal of the season only, and you're going to see it over there. The turnover starting early on the other side, and then I don't know what happened there, but then 3 Blue Devils, and no one seemed to want to close it in front. Number 14, all he had to do was just square up, line up, take the shot.
I mean, Carter Allen should be getting the assist on that one. That was a dime right to the wrong team, though. I don't know what's going on with this defensive players, and clearing the puck out of their own zone shouldn't be this difficult. But as far as on the offensive end, once you get it to your offensive players, it just seems like they're hitting a wall once they get into the offensive zone. Like Nate said, you're getting the chances, but that's very demoralizing once those chances aren't going, whether it's not finishing at the net or hitting the post. That's not more you can ask for.
Yeah, and it almost seemed like Allen, like you said, he kind of just turned with it and just tried to dump it out.
Yep.
Didn't really look and assess the situation. Granted, you don't always have that kind of time, but as a result, just tried to kind of blindly past it. And as a result, guy's going to be right there. It's the forechecking. If you're going to be aggressive and on that guy, he's going to jump on that opportunity. And obviously he did there, and we got a 3-0 hole for the Lakers as a result because of this.
Right. Well, we talk a lot about crunch time, right? And Owen, I know you mentioned this a lot. The Lakers can't get it on the big games.
Yep.
Are they crashing because they're a young team? Is the coaching? Is the offense? Is the defense? What could it be? Is it a mix of all?
It might be a perfect storm of everything, whether it's the coaching, I don't know what exactly is being said in the locker room during intermission, or even adjustments from game to game, but something's not clicking with the players from the coach. Something's going on there where you're talking about your game plan, and the players just aren't picking it up. And then again, it also comes down to, you know, you can blame Gosick for some things, but at the end of the day, it's the players on the ice making the impact and making the difference, and those guys aren't stepping up. Seniors, I mean, Mitchell Hurley, Josh Zizek is only a sophomore, so at least you're seeing kind of like a passing of the torch as far as first-line players there. But Hurley, as a captain, got to inspire the team somehow in the locker room. That could be a time during intermission, you know, start rallying the troops. You're not out of this. It's only 3-0. We saw with Fredonia scoring in the first. It's just a lucky bounce of the puck sometimes. That can go your way. And that could be a huge boost for your morale.
Yeah, and you look, I mean, it's puzzling why Oswego's all of a sudden playing like this. It's like a Jekyll and Hyde scenario because this wasn't the team that you thought. What happened to all these offensive players and stuff? Whatever the disconnection is, they got to fix it because you got a period left or your season is over.
Yep. Right. Well, I'm sure we'll have a lot to talk about after the break, but before we toss the break, we're going to throw it to our sideline reporter, Brian Krosky. Brian, your inputs for the game so far.
All right, guys, I have some bad news and I have some good news. I'm going to start with the bad news first. Oswego has not scored a goal in its last 8 periods, and if you include the one empty net against Geneseo, it's been 10 periods. Things are not looking good for Oswego. Let's bring it to the bright side if you're an Oswego State Laker fan. Twice since Coach Gosick became head coach for the Lakers, they have lost to Fredonia in the SUNYAC semifinals. Both times they lost here at home in the semifinals, they still made it to the national tournament with a Pool C at-large bid. 2011, when they made the Frozen Four. In 2007, the year they won the national championship. So all is not lost. Oswego still does have a chance to make some postseason magic, even if they lose this game. But it's going to have to turn on quick. That's all I got. We're going to send it to break, and we'll be right back. You're watching WTOP 10.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
This is the moment I knew his future had no boundaries.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org.
Life's taught me a lot, and I'm ready for more.
Well, you're not the typical kind of candidate that I hire. But you are exactly what I'm looking for.
Your company could be missing out on the candidates it needs most. Learn how to find a great pool of untapped talent at gradsoflife.org.
Is How Are You Precious okay?
Take out the precious. It's way too cheesy.
Okay, yeah.
Just go, hey, how are you?
Nope.
How's your day?
Yeah.
Don't be cheesy.
Yeah, I figured.
So, what'd she say?
She's still typing. I'm not sure. She never takes this long.
I wouldn't worry about it. Give it a few minutes.
Okay.
Welcome back to WTOP 10's coverage of the SUNYAC semifinals between the Ferdonia Blue Devils and the Oswego State Lakers. This intermission report is brought to you by ResLife. Now, guys, you can't forget, you have to apply for housing by March 1st. The date's right there. Get it done. Get yourself a place to live on campus. Boys, we've talked a lot about what the Lakers have done wrong. Let's talk a little bit about what Fredonia has been doing right. And I think they looked better in the second period than they did in the first. But Owen, what has stuck out to you from Fredonia?
Honestly, the physicality that they brought to this game doesn't seem to be matched by the Lakers. They're trying, no doubt. They're trying to get some hits on those Fredonia players, but when it just comes down to it, if you're smaller than the other guy, you might be, beat around, bullied by those older or tougher players. And I think we saw some of this. Some of these bruising hits, as you see, missed a hit there, but you're still getting in the heads of the Oswego players. You're making them work. Although they take some tripping penalties every now and then, you're really making them work in their own defensive zone.
Yeah, and you mentioned, the Lakers were trying to do whatever they could. You said in between the periods. It seemed like the Lakers were trying to do everything that they could to try to match their physicality, but they were just throwing their bodies around and they were missing.
Yep.
So, I mean, first of all, try to hit the guy, and second of all, you're a bit of a smaller team. Do whatever you can to try and, you might take the worst end of it, but at least you're taking the man out of the play. That's the most important thing.
Definitely. Well, we've talked a lot about the game as an overall itself. Let's take a look at the live stats that we have for you. Now, the face-offs, again, the Lakers dominate on that. Power plays, though, not going too well for either team. Is that someone the Lakers have to turn to?
I mean, yeah, 0 for now 19 in the past couple games for the Lakers on the power play. Unacceptable from the offensive standpoint, in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely. The power play might be coming down to whether you're in this game or whether you're out. They're out. They got a period left. They got to do this.
Yep. Right. Again, we can talk a lot about what they have to do on the power play. 2 power play goals the last time they played here, but we're going to leave you with the sweet sounds of Sweet Caroline. We're going to see if the Lakers have something sweet going for them into the third period. Ryan Berger and Amanda Zappano for the final period. They will come back. The Blue Devils lead 3-0. You're watching WTP10's coverage of the SUNYAC semifinals.
Everybody can make something, because I think everyone has a spark of creativity, and the reason that I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
Of all the things you've done with your bike, donating it to Goodwill may be the most incredible of all. Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs.
My new dad teaches me all kinds of stuff.
I wouldn't use this one.
He helps me with my decision making.
Ever.
And he's even teaching me how to drive.
And that's why cars have bumpers.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of kids in foster care will take you just as you are.
And then she was like, yeah, and I was like, no. And then she was like, yeah, and I was like, yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Ryan just texted me.
Oh my god, what did he say?
Netflix and chill?
Netflix and chill, that's like so last year. It's all about WTOP movies on demand and chill.
You are so right.
Yo, bro, what's wrong?
Yo, bro, my girl left me, bro.
But why?
Because I don't watch WTOP 10 movies on demand.
Good times never seem so good for perhaps the final time this season. If the Lakers lose, that puts their SUNYAC dreams to bed. They could still get an at-large bid into the NCAA tournament, but certainly would leave their fate in the hands of the rest of Division III hockey. Welcome back to our final period of the SUNYAC semifinals. Ryan Berger here with Amanda Zampano. The offensive woes continue for the Lakers in a way that we have not seen in the past 4 years.
They're starting this third period out on a power play, the best situation they can want coming out in this third period, but they need to score a goal on this. If they can't convert on this power play, then the third period is not looking good for them. But if they come out hot, get going on this power play, even just tie the game up, they could be in good shape. But they need to get this offense in check now.
before the drought started against Potsdam, the Lakers had been kind of the comeback kids. After 2 trailing, they would always come back. They were undefeated. They would, but now after that whiteout weekend blunder, they were at 2-2, and Oswego will need to come back from 3 goals if they want to keep their postseason hopes alive as the puck lands off the Jumbotron just seconds into the period.
Now going to be down in the Lakers' offensive zone. Perfect spot for them. They've been amazing on the face-off. They've had possession of the puck, so they got to start capitalizing on what the stats say, because they're not doing what the stats say right now.
Lakers are certainly missing the offense from Cameron Berry and Joey Molinaro. And has shaken up their lines from top to bottom, changes a lot of things that Coach Gosek likes to do, as Fredonia gets a much-needed face-off win on the penalty kill. Gillespie keeps it into the zone now. Zyzek off his skate, and then a nice spinorama thrown down the ice by Kyle Jelensky, who scored the last goal for the Blue Devils. Here's Zyzek carrying it through the zone. 30 seconds eclipsed on the power play. Here's Gillespie through the zone. Will stop on a dime and give it back to Novick. Novick to Herlihy. Herlihy down low to Emerson. Puck goes high and in the air and above the cage. Back to the blue line. Here's Novick. Now to Herlihy. Herlihy back to Novick. Gillespie one-timer, thought about it. Skates through the zone. Tic-tac-toe and elbowed away by Rosen. Nice blocker save.
The Lakers keep popping these shots up high, trying to get in the top corner there, but it's just too high. They really got to focus on where they're shooting the puck, because they need to get it on goal.
Sam Rosen has been utterly fantastic tonight, posting a 92% save percentage on the season. And like I said before, God mode activated. Here's Novick. A minute left on the power play for the Lakers. Tic-tac-toe back to Novick. Novick to Herlihy. Herlihy through the skate. Zyzek had to lift up his stick so that it would have clear passage through. Fredonia backs up Oswego all the way back to their own zone, and Herlihy will carry it through. Herlihy to Novick. To Gillespie, one-timer off the skate. Gillespie to Novick, throws inside. Zyzek battling for it in front of Rosen and taken away. But there's Sean Leonard. Leonard looking for the shorthander and just past Riche. So now Fredonia, the aggressor on the penalty kill. Here's Ryder. 18 seconds left. Fredonia doing a phenomenal job so far of just stifling the Oswego offense, though they've done a pretty good job of getting in their own way as Novick dribbles it off his own skate. Novick all the way through the face-off circle and then retreats near the red line. Throws across the ice, can't connect with Durazio. Durazio and Ryder both go tumbling into the boards as the Blue Devils return to full strength. Here's Macmillan, and then flipped up, nice play there by Jimmy Morgan. 17 minutes left, potentially in the Lakers season. Here's Macmillan. Macmillan lost it, and then 2 Fredonia skaters take it away. And here's Sullivan coming away from the pack with the puck. Sullivan gets checked hard into the boards by Victor Tracy. Spagnardi tried to take it away. We're going to get a penalty here coming up against the Lakers. It's going to go against Fredonia, so another power play opportunity for the Lakers as time dwindles down even further, every possession becoming more and more important.
Lakers giving another chance here. They were unable to capitalize on that one. Fredonia did get a lot of possession on that power play. They really need to get control of the puck, and they need to keep shooting the puck, and they need to connect their passes, because their passes are not connecting tonight.
Face-off win for the Lakers. Here's Herlihy. That first line getting so much burn tonight. Curry back to Gillespie, and now back to Curry. Familiar sight, and there's Zyzek through the zone, and stonewalled there by Rosen. Zyzek left it off for Curry. Curry will throw it out to Herlihy. Herlihy, 3-on-3 chance. Stops and gives it back to Curry. Gillespie one-timer, thought about it. Curry, wrister inside. Blocker save by Rosen. Herlihy back to Curry at the blue line. Gillespie didn't catch it cleanly. Gillespie sets up Herlihy and off the post again. Diving poke there by Ryder. Excuse me, Jelensky. Herlihy, 3-on-2 chance off the pad of Rosen. Here's Gillespie. Rosen tries to get a glove on it. Elbows go flying. Emerson with the back check. And now nice baseball hit there by Gillespie. Gillespie wrister inside off the skate of the Blue Devils. Here's Ryder flipping it off the Dunn. 40 seconds left on the power play. Here's Novick back behind the red line. Oswego has to have it. Here's Sullivan. Surveys, leaves it off for Novick. Novick tries to survey inside. Glove save Rosen. Bodies go flying. Elbows shoved. Sticks into the back. Let's throw it to Brian Krosky, who will have some tranquility for us. Brian, please settle us down.
Guys, I am down here by the ice, and Oswego cannot buy a power play if they wanted to. They're 0 for 19, and they cannot buy a power play if they want to. The crowd here is loud, but Josh Zizek, Mitch Emerson, they are just not able to finish in front of the net. Anton Rosen, guys, is playing a heck of a game. Oswego's going to need a lot to come back here. Back to you guys.
They're going to need a lot with 15 minutes left. They're going to have to score at about a goal every 5 minutes, and the Lakers score! Mitch Emerson inside! It's a power play goal for the Lakers!
The Lakers finally able to convert on that power play. Emerson, nice wraparound on that goal right there.
The Lakers have life. Hey, stranger things have happened. The Lakers bring it to within 2. Mitch Emerson, the bruiser, likes to clog up the lane inside the crease as we get a replay.
Right here, you see the puck go down here, and Emerson just able to wrap it around and get it past Ranson right there.
So Emerson, no one there to collect the rebounds all night, and finally Emerson does it himself, and the streak is over. The Lakers finally put a goal on the board.
Finally, this maybe will give the Lakers the confidence they needed. That drought was really getting into their heads. Now they have this little jump start, and they got to get onto it.
Here's Sullivan, and finally the Murano Campus Center crowd has something to cheer for. Fourth line on for the Lakers. Here's Novick. And the loudest cheer that you will hear outside a whiteout weekend. Finally, the Lakers have life. Novick keeps it into the Lakers zone. Here's Sullivan. Sullivan slowly carries it to the blue line and gets it down low to Scorpio. Scorpio takes a tumble though. Gohardson comes up with it. Novick bounces it off the board for Scorpio. Scorpio, Ferreira charging for it. It'll be him behind the red line alone. Here's Ferreira, tried to throw it off the backboard, and there's Emerson. Emerson providing the spark for the Lakers. Here's Curry taking a wrister inside, gets tangled up. Emerson got held. Here's Campbell. Campbell threw at the ref. Very thankful that he didn't get hit. Here's Gohardson harassed by Emerson. 9-on-9 violence. Nice backwards pass. Wilbur has it, carries it through the zone, and then a line change comes for Fredonia. 14 minutes left. Valentine almost came up with the steal. Huffnagel didn't get it either, though, and ends up in the possession of the Blue Devils. Nice defense there by the Lakers, but the Blue Devils chip it inside, behind the net. Riche providing the seal for the Lakers as Curry comes away with it. Curry, bounce pass up to Zizek. Zizek got held, pass inside to Zizek and missed it entirely. Oh, what a chance. Maybe the best chance you will see over this 3-game skid for the Lakers, and no one there to collect the rebound. 13 minutes left. Oswego down to the SUNYAC semifinals. Here's Young, slams it across the boards. Gillespie ends up with it. Backwards pass to Zizek. Zizek tried to center it for Hurley and ends up with Gillespie. Lucky bounce there as Zizek throws it behind the net. Hurley can't get a stick down though. Jamie Young, the captain. Hurley almost looking for the kill shot against Schaus. And the Blue Devils carry it out of the zone. Carter Allen stops them like the bouncer at the club, not able to bring it into the Oswego zone, and offside's called on Mitch Hurley. Brian will have a better look at that. Brian.
All right, guys, maybe it's the broadcaster's curse, but just as I said, Mitch Emerson was not finishing in front of the net. Power play goal, his 6th of the year between the legs of Anton Rosen. If you remember, earlier in the year, Fredonia led 3-1 against Oswego in the 3rd period. Right around this time remaining in the game, this Oswego offense now is feeling it. Mike Gillespie's hit a couple posts. We'll see what's happening now, but this Laker crowd next to me is feeling it. Ryan, Amanda, back to you.
Stranger things have happened. Thank you, Brian. Oswego looking to complete an unforgettable comeback here. Macmillan tries to keep it into the offensive zone. Passed through the zone now, and Riche thought about putting a glove on it and then slides it to Novik. Novik has been fantastic tonight as the facilitator, looking like Huffnagel out there with the stick skills. There's Tracy, and an offsides now goes against Fredonia.
We got to talk about that shot that Josh Zizek had. And again, it just went off the post. It seems like the post is just acting as another goalie that the Lakers cannot get past.
So again, Oswego racking up the shots, but it has not paid dividends, and almost taken away by Emerson. Here's Emerson, a 1-on-2 chance, and it looked like he was trying to get a shot on net, and it just went way into the Lakers crowd. That one ended up in Fulton, New York.
Yeah, right off the Blue Devils' defense's stick, just right up there. And again, the Blue Devils have been doing a fantastic job on defense, getting in front of the puck, just putting their body in front of it so they cannot even get past them.
Emerson, the rally starter, the goal, the turnovers. He has been as big as anybody throughout this game. Now through the neutral zone goes Morgan. Morgan showing off the speed and the stick, but loses the puck battle with Campbell and then wins it back. Here's Curry. Jimmy Morgan, the one-man army right now. Here's Ferreira, shields the puck away from Wilbur. And puck goes all the way down around the board. Slow dribbler and taken away by Mike Freeman. Lakers keep it in the zone. Here's Campbell. Campbell tried to get it to Emerson. And shielding away. Again, great defense there by Campbell. Nice forecheck by the Lakers. Here's Gillespie's shot. Pad save by Rosen. Lands all the way in the neutral zone. Zizek plants his man into the boards. Here's Carter Allen. Carries it all the way. Carter Allen inside and just through the crease. There's Gillespie. Gillespie, high riser into the neutral zone and stopped by Allen. Allen has to retreat to the Lakers zone, and the Blue Devils caught in the middle of a line change. Sean Leonard took a hard hit into the boards. Now pass inside, almost batted down. Nice play there by Hurley. Could have saved the game for the Lakers as Schaus just couldn't get the puck down. There's Ryder battling with Allen. Bodies go down, and Jelensky throws it back into the Oswego zone. The Lakers trying to get in business. Here's Spink. Spink almost tried to, a little bit too fancy there, tried to get it to Hurley. Macmillan will throw it to nobody, and the Blue Devils come up with it. There's Martin. Nice job throwing it in. Shot for Riche. Missed the cage. Oswego with some time now to set something up as they take it all the way across the zone. Sullivan turnover there, intercepted by the Blue Devils. Tracy tried to get it and just hovered above Riche. Crisis averted for the Lakers. Here's Scorpio flipping it up for Spink. Spink shows off the afterburners, throws it on for Rosen. Rosen almost providing the seal. There's Dunn. Novik. And they're going to blow it dead. So Lakers, not a lot of cohesion on offense, haven't been able to set anything up. Great defense by the Blue Devils, and we are now under 10 minutes left to go in the Lakers season.
Yeah, the Lakers, they just need to keep working, and they need to keep being faster than the Devils. After that goal, you could tell that their speed, their energy, it increased, but they need to keep it going because that Blue Devil defense is not letting up.
Emerson on for the faceoff. He's got the hot hand as the Lakers win another faceoff. Emerson harasses Gerhardsen. Gerhardsen, bounce pass to Morgan, can't be made. Here's Ferreira. Lakers have it. Emerson lost it, though. Gerhardsen picked his pocket. There's Campbell charging, separates his man from the puck. Here's Campbell. Emerson inside, one-timer, hovered, didn't touch the net. They're going to play on. Here's Ferreira. There's Jimmy Morgan, bounce pass, and Curry ends up with it. Curry loses his man and sends his man to the ice. Hofnagel to Curry through the blue line. Curry almost, but missed the net. Puck behind the net. Hofnagel almost creating something out of nothing. There's Valentine giving a gift to Carter Allen. Valentine turns it over. Here's Zizek and Gillespie. Zizek surveys, throws a shot on net. Oh, Gillespie took a hard hit into the boards. No call. Gillespie slow to get up. Here are the Blue Devils in business, and finally we got a whistle.
Gillespie does not look good right now on the ice. He's still skating, but he does not look like he's in good shape. His head is down. It looks like he's going to stay, and he's going to tough this one out.
And Oswego can't really afford any more injuries. Cam Berry, Joey Molinaro, those are the guys who make things happen. You take Gillespie off now, and I'm just not sure that you could keep the plate spinning at that point.
Yeah,
8 minutes and 20 seconds left to go in the period.
You really don't want to shake up that first line taking Gillespie off, so it's great that he can stay on the ice and tough this one out.
Fredonia wins the faceoff. Along the boards, there's Tracy. Tracy tried to fire it, but off the stick of Novick. Macmillan and Dunner fight for it. And now here are the Lakers in business. Hurley throws it on net. Go! Almost Rosen. Calamity in front of the net. There's Macmillan going back to retreat it. Rosen didn't get enough glove on it. Almost went 5-hole. Just what the Lakers could have needed, but predictably no luck in favor of the Lakers. But what else is new?
Hurley with that amazing, he just dangled right into there, had that shot, and Rosen was not able to get completely, went behind him, but he luckily was able to, get back on the puck. You could take another look here. Hurley, beautiful stick work, and it goes behind Rosen, but it does not look like it crosses the line. He got very lucky that he was able to fall back on that puck and prevent it from crossing that line.
A hard stopper in the Murano Campus Center. Finally, fans get on their feet. They thought that Oswego was about to inch into just a 1-goal deficit. So now time becoming a factor, a little less than 8 minutes left. Novick and Emerson fight for it. There's Schausto. Behind the net, Emerson throws it off the board but loses it. Nice job there by Schaus. Macmillan separates the Blue Devils from the puck. Hofnagel out to Emerson. Emerson lost it. Wilbur, nice job taking it away. And here's Novick. Novick and Jelensky fight with it. The puck squirts out and ends up back with the Lakers. Here's Emerson. Emerson left it off for Hofnagel. Pass inside, gets back to Emerson. Emerson crosses, tries to send it to Gillespie, and a nice catch by Rosen.
The Lakers with a little more than 7 minutes here to go to try to get a comeback in this game. We've seen what they can do the last time Fredonia was here, but their time is running out, and they really got to take advantage of the possession of the puck that they have with these face-off wins.
So if Oswego loses, they do not have a chance to get an automatic bid. They are not in play for the SUNYAC title. It would be a decision by the board on the selection show to see if they would go to the NCAA tournament at all, but they would need a lot of help, some very specific wins, and then you start talking to bracketologists, and it's just too much for us puny-brained commentators here in the Steve Levy press box. We'll leave that to the professionals and Brian Krosky, of course. If I'm not mistaken, Brian Krosky's got out the chalkboard now. He's trying to figure out how Oswego could get an at-large bid Puck sent on for Rosen. Isaac charged for it. He tripped, and the Lakers are going to go on the power play.
Great chance here for the Lakers, getting that power play at the absolute time they need. They need to convert on this power play. They absolutely have to. They have the man-up opportunity, and they need to get something going.
A power play goal could mean the difference. Isaac, the beneficiary there of a tripping call. There you go, and gets tangled up with a stick. I can't believe that's not been a no call.
Yeah, I think we've seen a lot worse in this game that they didn't call, but Lakers are getting this one. They have another opportunity right here.
The Lakers will gladly take it. On the ice now, Isaac, Novick, Emerson, Herlihy, and Gillespie. A little hesitation on the faceoff, and won by Fredonia. Emerson battles for it. Puck squirts out, and Isaac almost tripped up his man, and then a rocket all the way down to the Oswego zone. And it looks like they might get Isaac for a possible penalty here. He's cursing at himself. Perhaps a high stick. Yes, Isaac going to the sin bin, so. Yeah, it's going to be 4-on-4 hockey. So Isaac already taking the momentum away from the Lakers, though this does provide a lot more open lanes for the Lakers.
Yeah, this can still be very beneficial to the Lakers. They have that one less man. They have more room on the ice, so they can still work what they got here.
So it seems the best players for both teams are now sitting in the penalty box. That's Wilbur for Fredonia, and now Isaac, the leading scorer for this team, will sit out the next about 2 minutes, just a couple seconds separating between them. So Fredonia will have a little bit of a power play as Herlihy loses it and Campbell comes up with it. Here's Curry. Sticks go flying. A Fredonia skater lost his stick, comes off the net but still in play. Here's Campbell, stops on a dime and gives it back to Curry. Here's Ferreira. Ferreira back to Curry. Curry bounces off for Ferreira. Ferreira got the best chances last week. We'll see what he can come up with the season on the line. Curry throws it through the zone, back to Ferreira, to Curry. Curry throws it on net, and Rosen gets down. And now here's Fredonia, not looking to clear as Curry and Jelensky just bodies colliding. Here's Riche, careful as he comes out of the crease. Here's Campbell. 5 minutes left in the third period. Oswego down 2 goals. They need a score here. Hofnagel. Hofnagel with a lot of space to operate, throws it at the net, but goes too high. And a foot race here won by Jimmy Morgan. Jimmy Morgan and Novick battling for it. And now with 2 seconds left, here's Fredonia looking for the wraparound, cross the ice, can't connect with Dunn. Now Fredonia has a power play for the next 12 seconds. Here's Herlihy. Herlihy harassed by Dunn and then gets planted by Wilbur. Here's Fredonia. Fredonia into the midsection of Riche as the power play expires. Back to 5-on-5 with under 5 left to go in the Lakers season.
Lakers got less than 5 minutes to go here. They really got to step it up, get another goal going, try to tie this game up, but time is dwindling down. They do not have a lot of time left.
And reminder, win or lose, we are going to have an incredible post show with you as we could say goodbye for the final time with some great Lakers. Stick around for our post-game report. And a puck goes all the way to the nosebleed section of the student section.
And you can see many times the puck had just been flying in the air because that Blue Devils defense, they're doing a fantastic job. They're putting their body in front of these shots like no other.
So pretty much only the hot hands on the ice so far for the Lakers. Emerson, Ferreira, Macmillan, Carter Allen, and Jody Sullivan. Allen back to Sullivan. And a miscommunication there, just an unlucky bounce, and Jimmy Morgan will chip it into the Lakers zone. Fredonia milking the clock now as a puck, a little scrum for it inside. Who's going to come up with it? The Lakers finally do. One-timer by Tracy. Back to retrieve it is Freeman. 4 minutes left. Macmillan throws it across to Allen. Allen to Sullivan. Sullivan off his stick, though. Rosen will just throw it away. Rosen inside. Emerson took a tumble. Bodies hit the floor. Here's Sullivan fighting for it. Puck finally squirts out, and it's taken away. There's Ryder. At the blue line, Zyzek and Jelensky getting into it. The Lakers come up with it. Under 3 minutes and 30 seconds here to go. Here's Gillespie, tried to thread it to Zyzek, and a blocker saved by Rosen. Into the boards go Hurley, and he's down. Slow to get up, and the captain stumbled. Oh boy, I hope that Hurley's all right, and there he is with the puck now, so it looks like he is. Here's Hurley in business. 1-on-5 chance. There's the captain, and now tangled up.
Hurley coming over the bench. He looks like he is in a lot of pain right now. He's kind of wincy. He's stumbling onto the bench. So we'll see how badly injured the Laker captain is. Looks like he's talking to the trainer right now, but does not look too good for him.
Hurley talking with trainers, and you have to wonder who is going to step up for the Lakers if he can't be on the ice. He has gotten so much burn as a timeout is called. So the Lakers down 2 goals. Limited player options. You don't have your best players in Berry, Molinaro, now potentially Hurley. We'll see. Zyzek shaken up a little bit and just came out of the sin bin. So your Coach Gosek right now, who are you sending out there, and what is your plan of attack?
If I'm Gosek, I'm definitely sending out Emerson. He's been doing incredible today. I'm sending out Zyzek, and I'm sending out Gillespie because it looks like right now Hurley is not going to play, and I'm probably going to send out Campbell and Curry on defense. You really need the defense to step up right now. They really got to work overtime. They have to work by not letting the Blue Devils pass them, and they also need to help offensively. You're going to ask a lot of your defensive men right now.
And let's get a hit from our sideline reporter, Brian Krosky. Brian, what do you have?
Guys, where Oswego is struggling is holding the blue line. Fredonia is doing a phenomenal job clearing that puck out. Even though Oswego is winning a majority of the puck battles, they're getting out of the zone and back in. We're under 3 minutes now. You have to look out for when David Rouchet is going to come out of that, and Oswego is going to go on that 6-on-5. Still need 2 goals just to tie it up. Back to you guys.
It's been a long time since we've got good news from the sideline reporter. Just the way things have been for the Lakers. Under 3 minutes to go now. Huffnagel behind the net. Gives it out to Macmillan near the blue line. Here's Ferreira. Ferreira wrister inside and gloved by Rosen.
The Laker team really just giving it their all right now. Could be the last game of the season. As you saw when Hurley was down, he's actually returning to the ice, which is a good sign. But this Laker team is literally giving it their all right now, playing like it could be their last game.
So now time becoming a factor. Under 2 minutes, the Blue Devils will probably look to get a few more good clears in. An insurance goal would be nice, and we know that they do like to play the aggressor. Here's Curry. Curry has to be very careful as 2 Blue Devils were charging. Here's Gohardson trying to avoid the icing, but he can't win the foot race. Zyzek tried to threw Gohardson into a spinorama, but he should be in Oscar talks for trying to sell that.
It'll be interesting to see if the Lakers decide to pull Rouchet, and when they do, with the clock coming down now, I feel like they would pull Rouchet with how things are unfolding, but we'll see.
Just the way that the past couple games have gone, it seems like you could throw the entire Lakers bench out there on offense and they would still find a way to clog the passing lanes. 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Oswego, it's time to start talking about a miracle. Campbell across the blue line. Gillespie fighting for it. Zyzek has it. Here's Curry, and now Riche goes to the bench. Oswego, an extra attacker 6-on-5. Zyzek. Now the Lakers have to be very cautious here. A clear could end the season. Here's Campbell to Curry. And they blow it dead. Could be a high stick, possibly.
Lakers got to be very careful here. Rouchet coming back on the ice. so he will not be pulled. But they need to keep the puck in their zone. They don't want to let Fredonia score another one.
2-minute warning for the Lakers.
Right now, as Fredonia, you just want to play as defensively as possible. If you get a break, that's great for them, but they want to stay on defense.
Riche headed toward the bench, thought about it. Now between the face-off circles is Riche. Oswego now on the bench. Here comes the extra attacker. It's Herlihy. Macmillan comes out. Here's Novik. Fires inside. Rebound can't be collected by any Lakers. Here's Macmillan. Minute 30 to go. Here's Hurley. Throws it on for Rosen. Rebound can't be made. Here's Hurley. Throwing on, and it's just too high. 6 skaters on for the Lakers. Novik back to Herlihy. Herlihy looking for a shooting lane. So many bodies in the crease off the skate of Ryan Dunn. Novik has it near the blue line. Here's Herlihy. Careful inside, Macmillan! Rosen takes a tumble and thankful that there was no great angle to the net. Here's Ryan Dunn swooping in, barks Novik all the way back behind the red line. Here come the Lakers, under a minute left to go. Here's 45 seconds. Oswego needs 2 goals. Fredonia looking for the empty net. All they need is 1 angle of daylight. Here's Hurley inside to Isaac. Oh, he couldn't punch it in. Gillespie just flailing, trying to knock the puck down as time dwindles down. 25 seconds. Emerson leaves it off for Novik. Novik. And now here's Morgan. Morgan looking for the angle. We'll just throw it behind the net. 10 seconds left. And it appears that the fat lady has sung. Here's Ferreira charging forward. Fredonia just playing keep away at this point. The Blue Devils come into the Marano Campus Center and advance to the SUNYAC Championship.
And you got to give so much credit to Fredonia here. They beat Plattsburgh on Wednesday as the 5 seed. Plattsburgh was the 4 seed. Coming to Oswego, coming to the Lakers' home ice as the 5 seed, playing the number 1 seed and beating Oswego. Fantastic performance by the Fredonia Blue Devils.
Sam Rosen, the most popular man in the arena right now. Well, if you're wearing Fredonia colors, that is. Embraces behind the blue line. The Fredonia Blue Devils just above 500 all year long, and they have a chance to play for a SUNYAC title. And on the other end, dejection by the Lakers, a drought of apocalyptic proportions.
And a very, very heartbreaking loss to the Lakers, especially during that third period. They really were doing everything they possibly could. It wasn't like they were being beaten by Fredonia at that point. They were getting those shots in, and they just couldn't get it past Rosen.
So the Lakers' hopes still alive. They do not get an automatic bid. They cannot win the SUNYAC tournament. They're going to need a lot of help from around all of Division III. But if we know the Lakers' luck, if it's any indication by these past 3 games, this could mean the end of the careers of Mitch Herlihy, Trent DeRocher, David Ferreira. Certainly probably the last hockey night in Oswego for this season.
Yeah, fantastic performance by the Lakers. Nothing much they can do, especially captain Mitch Herlihy giving it his all. As you saw, he was down on the ice, but he toughed it out. He came back. Just amazing performance by the Lakers, but that offensive drought really got them this past 2 weeks.
A heartbreaking handshake line as the Lakers and Fredonia bid adieu on the 2018 season. We'd like to thank our producer, Pete Wendler, our host, Alif Kareem, Owen Gallagher, Nate Moser in the perch, Brian Krosky, our sideline reporter, directed by Jake Pacenti, our technical director, Justin Krause, assistant producer, Vikram Shah, social media, as always, great by Kristen Beyer, graphics by Corey Slifkin, audio by Shelby Vasilou, replay by Brittany Cairns, our floor manager, Renee Dunn, cameras, Nick Schmidt, Kira Slater, Brandon Cortez, our chief engineer, Justin Krause, the technical director, excuse me, but our engineer for this evening, Ryan Furness, and wireless camera, the GM, Justin Penman, getting into it for all of us at WTOP 10. Stay tuned for our post-game report, but that'll do it from the Steve Levy press box. Ryan Berger and Amanda Zampano. Keep it right here on WTOP 10. Hockey Night in Oswego for potentially the final time.
They told me a bottle couldn't dream. that I would never become a superhero. But I learned how to fly, just to come back in a new disguise and be the hero that I've always wanted to be.
New set,
New time.
news at 9.
News, Sunday through Thursday, only on WTOP 10.
Welcome back to WTOP 10's post-game coverage of the semifinal matchup between the Fredonia Blue Devils and the Oswego State Lakers. Keep in mind, this post-game is brought to you by ResLife. Please do not forget to apply by March 1st for housing, or else on-campus residents, you won't be on-campus residents anymore. That's as simple as that. I'll leave Kareem back here with Owen Gallagher, Nate Moser. Guys, we saw the game. The game ended with the Fredonia win, 3-1. The Blue Devils take it away, and they go over to the SUNYAC Championship Final. Owen, you were the closest, so I'm going to start with you.
I was. You know, I picked Fredonia going into this one 3-2. I gave Oswego, I guess, too much credit for scoring 2 goals, but they got 1 on the board. But yeah, Fredonia, I said, would end up playing Geneseo, who also took care of business. We might even talk about that a little bit later, about that game. But yeah, honestly, well-played game from Fredonia, especially on the defensive end. They shored up their weak spots on the defensive end that we saw coming into this game, which was clearly the difference.
Yeah, and you look at Oswego, they just still, we talked about this in the other 2 games that they've played. They just didn't capitalize on their opportunities, and until finally a power play was a bit, you know,
took a while.
Occurred. It took a while. And that was the problem. Is they took too much time, and by the time they actually got into the game, it was too late. You know,
Yeah.
Fredonia had too big of a lead, and it's just, it wasn't enough.
Yeah, right. Well, you know what? We talked a lot about the chances that Oswego has had. Let's take a look at some of those chances. Again, Oswego kept putting up shots. A lot of shots flew, but how unfortunate it is for the Lakers to deal with 3 hot goalies in 3 back-to-back games. I mean,
for sure, you mentioned it. I mean, you see here, another aspect to, yeah, they had a lot of missed chances, but they weren't seeing those rebound opportunities. The Fredonia defenders were, they made it a priority to clear the puck, or at least clear the crease. You can see the Fredonia defenseman on the crease there, pushing Emerson out of the way, just to make sure he can't get a rebound opportunity.
Yeah, you look, and as you said, defenders are doing a good job tying up the offensive players. So even if, for whatever reason, there is a rebound, they're tied up, they can't even get to it.
Yep.
So they did a really good job, and obviously we talk about Rosen. I mean, you saw that chance right there. He played out of his mind today. And we talked about with the other 2 goalies, Rosen was no exception. He was phenomenal in this game.
Unbelievable. The awareness that he showed, especially on that crease clearing save.
Yeah.
But also, I just want to highlight the Fredonia defense. They had 4 blue jerseys surrounding that crease each time a shot went on net. That's something that you didn't see from the Oswego team. And that was honestly the difference. You saw those 2 quick goals early by Fredonia, and there was no Oswego defenseman there to clear the puck after it hit off the boards. There's 11 feet behind the net there, and you got to make sure that you use it when you're using all 200 of the ice.
You know what? Whether or not it was a great play by both goalies, I'm sure we can talk about that for minutes to come, but let's also focus on the one goal that Oswego did have. It came on the power play opportunity, according to Brian Krosky, who gave us with the very sweet statistical tidbit. This is their first power play goal after 20 attempts. So let's take a look at that goal. Again, Mitch Emerson being hard, fast, steady, in front of the crease, just doing his best to shove it in.
Yeah, he said it right there. And Nate alluded to it during actually that period. He said, you know, you just got to get it to the net and keep pounding. And you saw that with Emerson there. He had been working well in front of the crease on all of their power play opportunities, and it was just a matter of time before he got his chance.
And that's the thing, too. Until the ref blows a whistle, you keep fighting for it. You keep, until you stuff it in, keep whacking at it until otherwise. You got to be aggressive on that. He got the second chance out there, was able to poke it through the 5-hole. And as a result, Oswego was on the board, and it was a power play goal on top of it.
Right, a power play goal, very much so missed. Even the PA announcer had spoken that how he missed calling the power play opportunity, but the Lakers did come in one goal. However, the winner, Fredonia, did have 3 goals. Let's take a look at those 3 goals now. The first 2 goals, very hard fought, and then the third goal, personally my favorite goal of the game itself. But for Fredonia, 3 goals on the Lakers, a defense that normally holds sturdy, and Richer as well, a very sturdy goalie in his own right.
Yeah, Richer just couldn't really get any help on the defensive end and couldn't really catch a break. He played one heck of a game tonight on his home ice, but unfortunately, you know, the puck bounces a couple different directions, and we have another ball game we're talking about. But Richer got burned twice on those unlucky bounces, and that was the difference.
Yeah, I mean, it's a cliche that it's like a dead horse that we beat all the time, but it's about the quality over the quantity.
Yep.
And it doesn't matter, you know, the opportunities. You take a look here at the goals. Some lucky bounces. And Oswego had great opportunities too, but it's just Fredonia was able to capitalize on it.
One thing you notice on that highlight, look at how many Fredonia players are on the crease compared to Oswego players. Equal amounts. If you're defending in your own zone, that cannot happen. You got to help your goalie out. He can only do so much. You say it's a wild bounce, but as a defenseman, that's your job, is to take care of business.
And that final goal by Jaselnik, it just turned to be, Jelensky. Turned out to be the cherry on top, bar down, just nothing Richer could do about that. A great goal in its own right. But before we add in any more tidbits about the game itself, let's toss it over to our silent reporter, Brian Krosky. Brian, what exactly did you see from the rest of the game as the third period closed out?
For the 3rd time in 11 years, Ferdonia has come in here with Oswego being the #1 seed in the semifinals and knocked them off. As I mentioned, the previous 2 times, Oswego still got an at-large bid to go to the NCAA tournament and made it to the Frozen Four, one of those being a national championship year. But Oswego not looking favorable to get an at-large bid this year. But there are some contingencies to that. #1 Salve Regina in the East, who lost today, will get an at-large bid. The winner of the loser of Adrian and St. Norbert will likely get an at-large bid. But Oswego need every team above them in the rankings to pretty much win their conference, so all the teams that can drop down below them still have a fighting chance along with the Lakers. So it's really complicated. Stay tuned on WTOP10 with the Twitter all week, because we have a lot more information coming on in conference championships this week and bring you lots of information you need to know. But Oswego looking glim, but there's always a chance. For the final time, Brian Krosky, back to you guys.
All right, thank you, Krosky. Now, one thing Krosky did talk about is the Lakers' chances for potentially more hockey in their season. This may be their final game, but it also depends on these conference matchups. Now, just for those of you that are unaware, there are 7 conferences that have automatic bids. I do not have the time, nor do I remember, unfortunately, the exact 7 conferences that have bids, but Oswego will not be competing for an at-large bid. However, what Krosky had explained was it would depend if the favorites for each conference, if they win their conferences, then Oswego competing with the other teams would have a better chance. Do we think that the Lakers have any chance of making it to NCAA?
Like you said, you need a couple key teams to fall into place. It's just a waiting game at this point. Oswego, now it's out of their hands, which is not something you want to hear as like a player or a coach, that you're looking at other teams to try to figure out your own destiny. So that's not good if you're the Lakers. I don't know if there's really a likely scenario of them making it. I mean, they are the #5 team in the country, let's not forget. They're still a quality team. It's just a matter of, is there enough room for them in the tournament?
Yeah, and at the same time, you look at some of those losses that they experienced, you know, coming out of the gate, finishing off the season, and then on top of that, you know, getting shut out twice, and then on top of that, this loss here, it's tough. And they're going to definitely factor in the end of this break just because the team didn't look as strong as they did earlier on in the year. And that's definitely no doubt going to be a factor when they decide, who they're picking and stuff.
Right. Well, we're going to kind of zone back into our conference right now, the SUNYAC conference. The championship game is going to be Geneseo Knights versus the Fredonia Blue Devils. Geneseo came away emphatically winning against the Buff State Bengals 5-2. Now, the Bengals, they were the 3rd seed, so that's a very impressive win for Geneseo to come out. Now, a very hot team in Fredonia. Do you think that they have what it takes to beat possibly the conference's offensive powerhouse?
I don't think that they're going to have enough. I mean, I mentioned it earlier in the pregame show that I thought the final would be Fredonia against Geneseo. I got to pick Geneseo on that one. I just think they're too sure on the defensive end to really let mistakes happen, which is not something we saw from Oswego, which cost them in the end. And I don't think Fredonia, they had the defense at least tonight, and they had the hustle stats, like block shots. They had that going for them tonight, but I don't think they can keep that up against Geneseo.
You know what? Why not Fredonia? Because in all honesty, you look at some of these teams that they play. They beat an Oswego team that was really tough. Played strong, kind of struggled at the end.
At Oswego Ice.
On Oswego Ice at 2. And they also beat Plattsburgh. And
Plattsburgh at their ice.
At their ice. And Plattsburgh struggled, a little bit. They had their struggles too, but they were, they came around and they showed what they could do against Oswego.
Yep.
So I definitely think that Fredonia, maybe they win, maybe they don't, but they're going to definitely give them a run for their money. Don't guarantee that right
Don't
now.
write them out, right? Road Warriors potentially stepping into, because of how seeding works, the Ferdonia Blue Devils will have to travel again, and this time they travel to Geneseo to play them. Now, we have, let me look at my clock. Yeah, we have roughly 4 minutes left, but again, March 3rd at 7 p.m., the Wilson Ice Arena. Me and Owen Gallagher have been there. It's a very tough home crowd to play against, so the Blue Devils will have to make some road magic happen and potentially come in with a win, but that is where the SUNYAC finals will be taking place. Let's come back to Oswego. Season as a whole. Did this turn out to be a very unsuccessful season? Because they started off great and they just couldn't finish out.
Yeah, no question it's going to be a disappointing season. I mean, not quite as disappointing as people might think it is, just because you did have a chance as the top seed in the SUNYAC to make the SUNYAC championship game and then the NCAA tournament. But honestly, if you're Oswego, the question becomes, do you even want to make the NCAA tournament? Do you just want to get a head start on recruiting? Does that shift your focus? Because if you're playing like this and you still get a bid into the NCAA tournament, how far are you actually going to go? And is that really worth your time and energy spent? However, for the seniors, it would be nice to see them get one last shot at it at the tournament. But that's all I got going forward.
Alif and Owen, I got to tell you, I don't think you could have had a better beginning to a season if you were the Lakers. Everything just seemed to be going right, especially when David Riche came in, established himself. Hansen was pretty good too. No one knew what this was going to happen with this team this year. And they came out and they really solidified themselves as this dominant team. And the way that it ended, it was just, it's a bit, like you mentioned it's heartbreaking.
It is.
Maybe they make the tournament, maybe they didn't, but obviously this is definitely not what you want to do, especially if you're the seniors. You wish you could have gone farther. Going forward now, whether you make the tournament or not, you got to, like you said, go to scouting and everything and,
get started,
for next
right.
year. Absolutely.
Get started in the future.
No days off.
No days off. Keep the grind. Well, I want to come back to a couple storylines we've both talked about. Let's make this really quickly because I have a couple final words to say. Goalie tandems, right? No one knew about the goalie situation. Going from Zawatsky and Jacobson, you didn't know who was going to be your starting goalie. You had Riche and Cedric Hansen, and then both of them stepped up. You have a very young team. Was it the youth and the inexperience that came to bite back the Lakers as they closed it out?
I think you could make that argument. I mean, but then again, your youth have been performing at a high level. I mean, you see Josh Isaac leading the team in points as a sophomore. Aaron Huffnagel stepped up this year. The injury bug kind of got to him, but he still played very well. Mitch Epperson again, sophomore. Michael Gillespie, sophomore. These guys were playing at the top of their level. Youth to an extent, maybe, but when you're playing on home ice in the playoffs, you talk about youth. Fredonia, there's some youth. Their second line of freshmen, they got some absolute studs on this team, and they traveled to Plattsburgh. They traveled to Oswego and got 2 victories there. I don't think you can use youth as an excuse. I think you really just have to reevaluate the system right now. Looking forward to the season, you definitely have some bright spots, but I don't think you can just blame youth on that one.
Nate, real quick.
Yeah, I agree with him. I agree with everything that you said, man. I think the youth movement to a degree was a bit of an issue, but I think at the same time you had guys like Isaac and everything. They stepped up. And I think going forward, this will bring the team a lot closer next season.
Right. Well, guys, I'm going to stop talking about the game for a second. This could potentially be the last WTOP 10 coverage you have here of Hockey Night in Oswego for the season. For myself, for Nate Mosier, there's a couple seniors around me right now, for all these terrific broadcasters. This is probably the last time you'll see any of us. So I just want to go out and thank Justin Penman that's here, Renee Dunn, Ryan Furness, Kier Slater, Ryan Berger, our sports director. He's over there. Brian Krosky, coming in with all the athletics and all the statistics in his head. The hockey encyclopedia back there in the control room. Corey Slifkin, I know you can hear me. Great job on graphics tonight, bud. Justin Krause, thank you for a terrific, terrific year of engineering. Amanda Zampano, she's going to be graduating, but you'll see a bit of her next year. I have a couple seconds left, so I could keep going, but to all the toppers that have been involved this entire season, thank you. We've put out killer broadcasts for you. The people around me have spent hours upon hours, days upon days, preparing for games like these, preparing for 3-hour broadcasts, sometimes less than that, but we've spent a lot of time here. The Lakers might not have gotten it done, but for sure, toppers will get it done for you each and every season. Thank you for tuning in to WTOP 10's post-game coverage of the SUNYAC semifinals. This might be the last one, but you were watching Hockey Night in Oswego. Have a great night.